Ladies and gentlemen, introducing No Objective Gaming with Aaron and Jordan. Bring it on! Turn that shit up!
Welcome to another episode of No Objective Gaming. This is episode 58.
58.
And I'm Aaron. And
Some long man in a camera with short shorts on.
Yeah, look at that.
Look at his leg.
Oh my, that is way too short.
Way too lewd for Twitch.
You better turn that off. Would you go to a restaurant wearing that, mate?
Yes.
You like?
I've been to we went to like Lord of the Fries down at the Gold Coast wearing like I would wear this anywhere.
Yeah. All right.
Restaurant, maybe if you're talking about like a highfalutin restaurant, then
Oh, did we switch? See, I didn't realize we switched.
good.
Yeah.
I belong at the top.
yeah.
Mate. I'm fucking
big man Jordan at the top.
number one. I heard so weird. I wonder we wouldn't notice that at all.
No.
Like I don't care. I don't give a shit at what it looks like.
No.
We don't honestly care about this. We're just here because it's a bit of fun.
Yeah, we just love hanging out. I can even see So what are we talking about today? What are we going to talk about today, Jordan?
Mate, we're doing sequels.
Sequels. Do you reckon they should be here, or do you reckon they should just...
Yeah,
Would you be upset if your favorite game never had a sequel?
that's right. What do you think about your game not having a sequel or it having a sequel?
Yeah, because sometimes sequels can just stuff the whole thing up.
That's right. Did it need it? We'll talk about that later.
Yeah, probably in, I don't know, maybe 40 minutes
So
from
talk
now.
to us about your gaming week, mate.
My gaming week. I started Demon Souls this week, man. My goodness, I had a rough time at the beginning of that game. Because it's just so clunky. It feels way more clunky than Dark Souls 1 ever was. It's kind of like, I guess it is Miyazaki's first attempt at a really hard combat type weird game. Whatever Dark Souls
him by
is.
name now.
Yeah.
I guess it's Miyazaki.
Miyazaki.
Sound like an art history major, mate.
Yeah.
Well, he was Miyazaki's
Yes.
first attempt.
At this
So
game.
I think that next time he should try and code the game a little bit
Yeah.
better.
And I honestly think that they should have remastered Demon Souls before Dark Souls 1. And a lot of people are saying Demon Souls remaster would be better. And I'm like, oh, not remaster, remake would be better. And I'm like, yeah, if it played like, say, Bloodborne or like Dark Souls 3, that'd be amazing.
You got to fix this chat up, son.
Yeah, it's a bit cut off, isn't
You're a
it?
bit cut off,
A
mate.
bit cut off. Everyone else is cutting off. All right, here we
You
go.
made us all upset. Why you do this?
Sorry, guys. Sorry, my man.
Yeah. Oh well, Demon Souls.
Yeah, it's a good game.
I'll be glad one day when you stop playing these games. I'll be like,
and then in May, I'm going to go back through them all again.
Jesus Christ,
I know.
man.
I'm going to go back through Dark Souls 1 with the remaster. So, yeah.
Like seriously, dude. Seriously.
Yeah. It's going to be fun. Like, it's good fun. Like, they are fun to pull in people from chat and they can help you beat bosses and stuff like that. So, but I did witness a bit. Remember how I said I wanted to play a bit of Demon Souls before the servers shut? Well, the servers shut this week, man. And I got to play a tiny bit with someone. Some cooperative play. So
Who was it?
I don't know. Some random little glowing like summon sign on the floor. And I'm like, I'll click on it. Might as well. This is the last time I'm ever going to be able to do this. So I did. And I jumped on and some guy tried to invade me in chat without attempting. He couldn't do it. He couldn't find me. He's like, I don't know. I'm on these servers. What servers are you on? I'm like, I don't know. I'm in Australia. Probably US servers. I don't know.
I was going to say, I'm like, how do you even know on those games what servers you're on?
That's what I said. I'm like, I don't know. I don't even know how to find it. And this menu system is just god awful. So I couldn't find it at all. But anyway, we played with some other guy. He helped me get to the boss. And then for some reason he disconnected mid boss fight. So I died because the bosses are harder when you summon people. So I'm just like, well,
So he trolled you hard.
Yeah, he trolled me hard.
Fucker.
Got me all the way there. Got me the boss down to half health. And then I died.
Well done, asshole.
Pretty much.
You've
But
officially gotten on Aaron's list.
the list of people
You
who
just
killed.
made the list.
But no, it was good fun. I had a great time playing it, and I'll see if I finish it. I want to finish it, but people are saying, oh, now the experience for one of the boss fights is going to be awful without summoning people. So I don't know. See what happens. I don't know what
Could it be that bad? I don't know.
Yes, and the song request did save me a few times on Demon Souls because there's this weird audio glitch that happened. I don't know if it's my PlayStation. I don't know what it was, but the audio just starts going the whole way through, and I'm like, what the freaking hell's going on? So I have to turn the whole game off.
Why don't we have a look at some of these streams, mate, while we're doing this?
Might as well. But yeah, you had to. Oh, it was so annoying.
So
eh?
what? So how did the thing save you?
It was just we just didn't need to listen to that anymore.
Yeah, it was like
we didn't need to listen to the god awful.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's so annoying.
yeah. Oh, it was annoying, dude. It was so annoying. Oh, far out. I can't believe how much content is on here when I go to look for
Yeah,
videos.
you hook your mouse right on it.
I know, but
I'm
I'm just like looking at everything else. I'm like,
Oh,
wow, there's
Jesus
actually a fair bit of
Christ,
stuff on here.
You've got fucking attention span of a goldfish.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm like, well, look at this. This looks pretty cute.
There we
doesn't it?
go. This looks the same as Dark Souls. What's the problem with this?
It does. This is me with actually with the other person. So.
Ah, there you go. So Matthias Carvalho.
Yeah, whatever his name is. This little
What I just said.
Yeah.
Matthias Carvalho.
yeah, Matthias Carvalho. But no, it's
No,
good fun.
Carvalho. I'm not. I can actually read, unlike you.
Yeah, I'm just a.
You can't even
Yeah.
speak.
I'm just.
Okay, so
Fine.
you go in here to the adjudicator.
Yeah.
And he
this
comes
is
in.
when he comes in and he tries to fight this boss with me, and we're like, oh sweet, this is gonna be
Oh
good
yeah,
fun.
yeah. Okay, interesting.
Yeah, I'm like, what the hell am I doing? I'm still naked at this point. Like, I'm still a
Why?
naked man. Because I picked the night class, and I couldn't
Whoa.
even wear the armor of the night class because of the issues with what do you call it? With weight. So I was fat rolling everywhere. I couldn't roll properly. So I'm like, I'll take the gear off so I can roll.
Okay.
Yeah. Because if you fat roll, you're gonna get hit. You don't have as much iframes, like invincibility frames. when you
Okay.
roll.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah.
But what's the point in having no armor? Why would you play this class then if you can't have any armor?
Well, you've just got to level up. That's what it is. But you start off with really good gear, so you can level up your character and then get the gear before you get it in the game.
Where the hell do you hit this guy?
You got to hit him in that little part there where
Where he's injured.
yeah, where he's injured. Keep jabbing that, and then
Can't hit him in the rectum.
no, and then when he bows down or he bends over, you can hit that little bird thing in his head. And I didn't know what I was doing at this point. I'm like, what the hell do I do? And I'm like, this guy here is doing the right thing, and I'm not doing anything.
Yeah, you're getting carried.
I'm
through this
I'm
fight.
sitting here going, what the hell's going on? What am I doing here?
Here comes Fat Boy.
Yeah, and then you got to hit that, but I missed it. And then he just disappears. And I'm like, why did you leave? Why did you leave me?
Probably DC'd or something.
Yeah, and I think that's what it was.
I'm wearing a Funhouse shirt.
Funhouse
Pizza.
shit. Nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then
That's interesting.
yeah, and then we did our awesome PUBG stream again.
Yes.
So,
Okay, so for everyone else, I strongly, regardless of whether you like this game, I strongly recommend you actually watch this on the past broadcasts. Now, I wouldn't normally because every game Aaron plays is a piece of dog shit. But this was like, I was at work laughing. There's a new follower.
Oh yeah.
Laughing out loud. Like, and I mean, where people would have, people
Already think you're weird at work.
yeah, I already
mate.
think that's right. So I was like, no, genuinely laughing in a very ridiculous way. So this was really good.
Because we're garbage. All of us, all
Aaron-
four of us.
I think it made it funnier because Aaron at some points just doesn't grab things that he should have. Like at one point, so he's got an M16 here, right?
And I just
At another-
swap it out for it.
No, you didn't swap it there. You got the second. Oh,
I
you
did.
did.
Yeah, I did.
What the fuck? Well, it's not even that, right?
Yeah.
You had an M16 at one point, and you went in. There was an AK on the ground,
Yeah.
and you took the ammo.
Yeah,
And I'm
I
like-
know. I was like, why did I take that ammo? And because I thought I could use it.
No, it's different ammo to
See,
the M16.
I wouldn't know. I'm no gun enthusiast.
Dad, it's just you just play a game, dude.
Yeah, I need to play the game more to know what weapon ammo I can use for my guns.
God damn, dude. So it's and Chainmail. If you don't follow Chainmail, please go and give Chainmail Liam a follow.
Oh, he is unreal.
He's a very funny guy, and he made me laugh. And we're talking about having him on the show next week, so we'll get in touch with him.
Yeah, he's pretty keen. Either next week or the week after.
Yeah, we'll get in touch with him and see what he can do. But he was just making me laugh like crazy, and
because he's just so funny.
and
like,
so that was with Flidiot, RGP,
no,
Flidiot, Rebabiz, and Chainmail Liam.
yeah.
Lydiot's a Kingdom Hearts streamer.
Oh, he plays
love-
that and a lot of other weird games as well.
Lovely guy. But it was great fun to watch. I genuinely watched every minute of it. Except for obviously the beginning where you didn't do anything. Right? Like every single minute because I was like, this is ridiculous. These idiots. And you at the beginning. I was like,
I was like, what am I doing?
I don't know why you even bother going into solo. You're like, I'm going to warm up.
yeah, well, and I die straight
You
away.
don't fucking warm up.
I just
mate.
wanted to play something instead of sitting
yeah,
there chatting.
fair
so-
enough, because otherwise it's kind of boring for people.
Yeah, and
so.
I'm like, well, I'm going to play because I got like 25 minutes to kill before
I don't
everyone
think
else
you've ever
gets
been
on.
warmed up in that game in your life.
No, not even when we played it for 7 hours that one day. I still wasn't even warmed up at the end.
You
As
don't
soon as I
change,
hear,
mate.
as soon as I hear a gunshot, I run away. I
You need,
freak
like-
the hell out.
You need to do that for like an entire week, right? You need to just stream PUBG every morning for an entire week.
What a boring week that would be. I couldn't do that. I'd sit there and
Nah.
punish myself in Dark Souls.
I don't particularly like watching PUBG, right? I don't find it to be a very interesting stream game, unless the people they're playing with. This is why I liked it. Unless the people you're playing with love to have a good chat, right, or muck around in between the parts of that game that are interesting, so the gunfights.
Yeah.
Because looting and stuff, that's boring as shit.
See, that's the favorite part of that game to me. I
Eh,
like looting.
no. Looting,
Oh, yeah.
watching people loot,
Oh, boring. Yeah.
boring. Give me a fucking break. That is the worst part.
Yeah,
So-
I love doing it, but yeah, watching is very boring. It's when it gets to the end game when
Yeah.
Beta Buffalo's starting to kill people at the end. He's
Yeah.
just slaughtering groups. man.
That's right. But it takes a while to get to this point.
Oh, he had one of the best clips yesterday. He downed one guy, and he jumped in a car and he drove over to the person that was downed, and the other guy was rezzing him, and he just drove over both of them, killed them both. I
that
was like,
sucks.
what the hell?
How would you feel?
Because he got 5 chicken dinners in a row.
Yeah, I was there for
Oh.
4 of those.
It's insane.
I was watching I was like the one day that I was like, oh, I'll drop in. And because usually like I've got other things I need to watch, and that's actually, I mean that, like podcasts and stuff. I need to watch them.
Yeah.
And I got in and I was like, oh, he's won 2 good games now. I'm like, oh, he's won the 3rd one. And on the 4th one, I had to go and do some work, like, which is unusual for me. And then
Government workers,
yeah.
man. Slackers.
And then I came back, and then he won the next one. I'm like, what the fuck? They just 5 in a row.
That squad is out of control. Like,
Yeah,
I
they're
can't believe
unreal.
in squads he's ranked as 407 in North America now.
yeah.
That's incredible.
Madness, Raw Viticus is a machine. I was jumped in his stream the other day.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, I was
giving you
just
crap.
like, this guy's a fucking legend. We're just talking about his streaming quality because he uses the hardware encoder. And
Oh,
it
okay,
wasn't
yeah, yeah,
it
yeah.
wasn't very good. Like the pixelation was pretty bad.
Using the graphics card to encode, it definitely doesn't do as good a job as the CPU.
Yeah, and
It's
he has a 7th gen i5, and I was like, oh, he should probably just use the. But he's
7th
using
gen i5.
Bebo or something.
Oh, he's using a different streaming
Yeah,
application.
and he's like, they
yeah.
don't have that encoder. I'm like, oh.
How does it not have X264?
Yeah,
Like,
I said,
that's-
I'm like, well, why don't we just use OBS at that point? But anyway,
yeah,
doesn't matter.
That's what
So
he does.
I've been playing
What? Tell us all about it, mate.
Kingdom Hearts, mate. I had the best night the other night. I'm back to uni, so I can only do 2 nights a week.
Man,
Kinda
that's
sucks.
upsetting.
It does upset me. I do really like, the 2 big stream nights. I seem to get quite a few more people in there as well because it's streamed for a lot longer.
Yeah, fair enough.
So here I'm doing a bit of Aladdin.
Yeah.
This was good fun.
And
The Aladdin
as well.
fight is ridiculously easy.
That's when. Oh yeah, I know the
So
one
the
where
2 stage
Yep.
where
he turns into the
Jafar
genie. Yeah,
flies around and it's kind of annoying. He just flies and he doesn't really do much.
you got to get the.
But then he grows into the genie Jafar, and
Don't you
he's
gotta
not
kill a bird at that point?
Yeah, he's not
Yeah.
even hard. You just got to kill Iago.
Yeah, you just got to dodge the
That
stuff
actually
he
is
throws at you.
voiced by Gilbert Gottfried as well.
You're kidding.
Yeah, it's not
It's no
it's
sound
not
alike.
just not just sound alike. That's right. But and also Genie is Dan Castellaneta, who's
You know-
Homer Simpson.
I've been watching a lot of Aladdin at the moment, and you're picking up treasure inside this area. This place should be trashed by now. You're not allowed. You're not allowed to touch any piece of treasure in this place, or it completely crumbles into the
Why
abyss.
have you been watching so much Aladdin?
Because of my son, he loves that damn movie now.
That's
So
fucking Disney, man. Put
Yeah.
on Star Wars for him. Or Star Wars over and over again. That's all he's allowed to watch.
that's it. Just a Star
That's
Wars
right.
kid. No, so I'm like looking at this, and you're jumping around, collecting treasure, touching it.
Yeah,
It's all over, man.
that's right.
You
I
should.
remember, I
You
think I
should be
remember that
done.
now. So beat that sucker.
I want to see you try and
Um,
beat Ursula.
We'll go. Yeah, go
Yeah.
right to the. This might not. Oh, here we go. Here we go. So this
This fight sucks.
Clayton was there for this. So
Yeah.
Clay Dogs, remember this shit. And so at the end of this, I realized I was pressing the wrong button for the swim really fast thing,
Oh,
which is
okay.
kind of annoying. And those freaking lightning things, I swear to God, they're the most annoying fucking things in the world.
Yeah, you've
Because
got-
you cast a cure on yourself and you have to stay still. And they obviously just come down. See, what I'm doing here is trying to swim fast away.
Yeah, you've got
But
to
I
get
was
around
pressing the
her.
wrong fucking button. You got to press like hold square or
Oh,
something.
You got to get behind her head. I remember the strat now. You get behind her. I think you can get behind her head, and you can just smack her from where her hairline is.
But those things keep hitting you over and
Yeah.
over again. Also, you can't.
But then
You-
you don't get bitten.
Yeah, you can kind of get behind her only for a certain point, but she actually keeps
Sucking you around.
Yeah, she keeps facing you, so she keeps turning with you, and she does this big fuck off attack, which isn't this. It's the big beam out of her mouth, which is insane. It wrecks your face.
Did you beat it? Did you?
I ended up beating it. Yeah,
good.
But I don't know. I'm sure if this part here I actually lived through. I died 3 times trying to fight her. The first fight is really annoying. It was it sucks.
Creepy Disney.
Star Wars is Disney. No,
Grey
no.
Wolf. This
I'm
is a
talking about
nonsense
he needs to
boss.
watch the original trilogy.
What's going on, Grey Wolf? How you doing?
Yeah, Grey Wolf was there. It was bullshit, man. And the first part, you got to cast magic on her cauldron, but I couldn't figure out which magic to cast, like because it has different colors.
Yeah, that's right. And you got to figure out the colors.
Yeah, you got to cast magic in there so that she gets to see. But and in the end, I just gave up and just went, oh, I'll just hit her once, and she does this little spinny thing, and then she comes back around, and then I'm like, nah, and then I just hit her again and did it again, and then one time I actually just hit. I was like, oh fuck, I'll do one magic into the cauldron, and then she just died. It did that much damage to her. I was like, oh, okay.
That's unreal.
But then I forgot about the second phase, and that was bullshit.
And then that's when Doom kicks in.
Yeah, so that was the end of the stream. And then I played with me and Troy and Fraser did our placements.
Oh yeah. So
last
how did that
night.
go? How did that go?
Oh, buddy,
Did
it
you
was
go all right?
really good.
Because that's tough.
We what we doing? Yeah, skipped to like halfway through because we played we warmed up on some quick play. But yeah, I was playing. We won. Fraser had to leave at a certain point.
Yeah.
And then Troy and I did our last 3 placements just together.
And so what'd you get?
And we drew one and won the last 2. But we end up with 7, 2, and 1 draw. So 2 losses, and 7 wins and 1 draw.
Nice.
That's really good for placements.
And
That's really good for just a night of Overwatch for us.
So what rank are you in now? Like, what's
2490, which is 10 points off platinum.
okay.
And this is my alt account. I don't play my main account with these boys. I save my main account I generally solo queue on that account
Okay.
just to see how I go. But I'm waiting to hear from the old
from
the
your group.
trials.
Yeah.
I'm waiting to hear from them how we're going with that. So
It's really interesting, eh?
Yeah.
I like that you're getting into like pro Overwatch, man. Being like bearded buffalo of Overwatch, mate.
I like doing it. Man. It's good fun. It's a great game. I know that people get off on it. I know I complain about it a lot, but like it's still fun.
Yeah.
So I think yeah, we're doing pretty well. So next Friday, we're switching it to Tuesdays, and Friday's going to be my Kingdom Hearts night.
Oh, that'd be nice. That'd be good.
Tuesdays will be.
Is it just better for everyone else?
It's better for Overwatch because Friday nights you get all the little kids on,
Okay.
all the wieners.
Well, we should give a big shout out to all the subscribers for this week.
Oh yeah,
we got Jason, Jason Bourne, and Jason Bourne. He's and Teal Lantern. They both subbed for the 2 months in a row. Good lads. We got Madness. He jumped in. He's one of our.
Did he subscribe?
He subscribed this week.
What a
yeah.
legend!
What an
Madness,
absolute- yeah.
absolute boss guy at
PUBG.
At PUBG. He's one of Bearded Buffalo's squad members.
Definitely. And then we also got Etta. He jumped in for 4 months in a row. Resubscribed. Demoralizer came in for the 2 months of Prime.
Yeah, boy.
Shocker. He's there. Subbed again. Oh, he gifted a sub, sorry, to the real Zach.
Yeah,
that's
was
awesome.
the other night when we were playing Kingdom Hearts. It was sweet.
That's unreal. We got Frey. He resubbed for 5 months in a row.
'Cause he's crazy.
Jeez. And then we got Pirate Man V. He subbed for 2 months in a row, like an absolute boss guy. So
Yeah, thank you very much to
Thanks,
all of
guys.
you.
Yeah.
We just the reason why the stream was late this morning again has to do with our new sub benefits. We do our little pre-recorded
little
pre-show.
banter.
Yep.
Where
So
you
we
get
just
to
did
know
that.
us,
Did
yeah.
that this morning. So you'll get to know about our little history of music.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
What we did with music before we started doing this. So that'll be out early next week.
Yeah, definitely. We also did get our first payout from
Oh, we got it.
Yeah, we got our first payout from Twitch, so we're going to be buying some more artwork. So we're going to be getting someone to spruce up the stream a bit, change it from this little overlay here, get something looking a bit nicer. And
It's a good overlay, but it needs
it's just
to,
something I made. Like I whipped this up.
Yeah.
We get a professional to make something.
we got
now.
the professional to do the art on us
Yeah,
and our logo, but that's it. Everything else is done by
It's just
you.
yeah.
The
just
layout
mucking
is
around.
done by you.
And so I was looking on Fiverr trying to find someone on there. They're usually pretty cheap. And shouting everyone drinks. Yeah. Shouting everyone
You
loyal
come up
drinks.
here and I'll buy you a drink, you
Yeah.
legend.
Come on, Zach, mate. Come up here. You're in Australia, so you're probably the closest one out of
He's in
everyone.
Melbourne.
Yeah, that's awesome. And bring some tomatoes with you, mate. Because he's Zach's the cooker, mate. He's
Oh,
got all the
yeah.
vegetables and everything. man.
Legend.
Oh, the artwork, we paid someone to do that, but this is the overlay, like just the
The sti-
general placement of things is myself, and like all that kind of stuff.
Oh, we just want it to look a little bit better, Zach. Yeah, I know. It's not that we bad. We just want it to.
What makes it pop a bit more?
Yeah,
Pop. Yeah.
It's good. We just
There's
it's
always another step to go, isn't there?
just to make it slightly better.
Yeah, do it. Chuck a
Wanna see how
photo
many
in Discord.
tomatoes- Yeah, to show us all your tomatoes, Zach. That'll
Yeah.
be sick.
Do it.
So if you could give us a review on iTunes, it just takes 2 seconds. Jump on if you have iTunes account. Our strong suit obviously isn't in the audio version of this podcast, but we still
We
produce
still release it, yeah.
and I know there are people who do listen to it. People who exclusively listen to the audio version.
And I felt pretty bad releasing 6 at one hit because I didn't do it for 6 weeks in a row. So
Feels bad.
yeah, felt
They'll
real
be
bad.
okay.
Yeah, they should be okay. They know we're alive now. So
It's still happening.
Yeah.
Because
because I did get a message from Josh saying, "Oh, what's happening, man? Are you all right? Like you haven't done anything. Like is your podcast going okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, man, it's fine. It's fine. I've just been lazy on the uploads." Yeah.
we're doing it every week. You'll
Yeah.
just have to wait to hear it.
Yeah.
You'll just need to hear it 6 weeks late.
Yeah, because I'm slack.
All
but
right,
anyway.
It's all good.
All G. But anyway, don't forget, you can follow us on Facebook at No Objective Gaming, Twitter at No Objective Game, Twitch at No Objective Gaming AU. Discord is underneath the Twitch link, and I really need to figure out how we can get a static Discord logo or whatever, like a little Discord/No Objective Gaming. I think we're going to be partnered with Discord, but I don't know what partnership requires. We've got YouTube at No Objective Gaming and Instagram No Objective Gaming as well. But what do we got this week, mate? We got what is it? What are we doing?
We got a BuzzFeed shitty.
Yeah, BuzzFeed quiz.
Show people this crap.
Yeah. What is it?
So, how many of these gamer terms do you actually know? From Gabriel Sanchez. I swear he does every single goddamn gamer quiz. Look at this
He
shit.
needs to go away.
Look at this shit.
Looks really bad.
Look at this fucking oh bro, do you know what noob means? This is like 12-year-old girls going, you know what? I'm gonna do this quiz. Oh my god, I'm
Why?
such a gamer girl.
An accidental in-game niffle slip.
Yeah, so noob.
Why would
All
that
right,
ever-
So you run this, you do this quiz. I think
Okay.
you'll probably be able to get every single one of them.
Yeah.
So, all right, Aaron. So what's a noob?
What is a noob?
Is it an accidental in-game nip slip? An inexperienced gamer choosing to play as a non-human character? What? An inappropriate sexual gesture after a win?
Yeah, I'm not even going to say what it is because everyone knows
Yeah.
what it is.
Camping.
Yeah.
Finding a safe spot to save a game.
It could be.
A night in Yellowstone National Park.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's hilarious. Finding a treasure trove of upgrades. Staying in one spot for a tactical advantage.
This is irritating me.
It is. This is why
They're finding a safe spot to save in a game. That's kind of like Final Fantasy 15. You find a camping spot.
there's
You can-
not really a
It's
word
not-
for that.
no,
It's just
not.
you just do that.
Of course, it's the spot for tactical
PvP.
advantage. Yeah.
What is PvP? Is it playable vocabulary puzzles?
What?
Prickly veggie plants?
Oh,
Player versus player?
jeez.
Or player 1 is victorious over player 2? No, it's
Oh,
fucking-
shut up. It's player versus
this
player.
is PTFO. Play the fucking objective. Put the fire on. What?
Put the
Players
fire
tricked on first opportunity. What? I don't even know what that means. Playing tactical fighting offense. What?
Oh, I don't know.
Anyway.
MOBA.
What's a MOBA? Match over, begin another.
Oh,
Wouldn't you
dude.
just be like, let's go again? Military
This is so bad.
offensive, beginning action. They didn't even spell beginning right. Beguiling. Beguiling. Monkey.
That's something I would do.
It looks like orangutan.
Oh,
Is that actually how
my.
you spell orangutan? Monkey, orangutan. I don't even think it has a G at the end of it. It doesn't have a G at the end of it. I'm sure it doesn't. Monkey, orangutan.
I love how you can just pick out the stuff. I'm sitting there going,
Baboon. I think baboon has maybe I'm getting too picky now. Does
Yeah.
baboon have 2 B's in the middle?
I don't know.
Alpaca. Multiplayer online battle arena. I wonder which one that is.
Oh, yeah.
Easter eggs. What's an Easter egg? A hidden feature placed by the developers, finding extra boosts, health, or weapons. An insert point for player 2.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is.
What? Checkpoint for saving games.
Oh, my goodin.
Jesus.
Goodin. Oh, my goodin.
Shmups. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. Okay, there you go.
Okay.
BuzzFeed is fucking...
He made this up. It should be none of the above. No.
Muting a player's mic after talking too much. A shrimp with hiccups. A team of players on a winning streak. A video game with excessive shooting.
I'm thinking it's that mute players, I think. Mute a player. These are bloody shrups. I don't know.
No, well, shmups would refer to the act of muting a player's mic. I reckon it's team of players on a winning streak.
You reckon, mate?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's where I'll go with that one.
Lagging. Everyone knows
back to
lagging.
fucking shit.
Yeah.
Falling behind on the scoreboard. That could be that too, but you're lagging behind, but it's not. Glitching caused by poor online connection. Trash talking your opponents. The sexual act of gagging.
Oh my!
That's
so bad.
So hilarious. So hilarious. BuzzFeed, please tell another joke. IDDQD. I don't do questionable deeds. Oh, you're a fuckhead. Quitting the game before the match ends. Initiate God mode. Infiltrate. Designate. Danger. Quickly destroy.
I actually don't know what this one is, but
It's
I'm going to
initiate
say.
God mode.
You reckon it is?
Yeah, no, it is. It's a code.
See, I actually didn't know that one at all. I was like,
It's a
what the
code
hell?
from, I can't know if it's a Doom or Duke Nukem or something. Grinding. Having to complete repetitive tasks. Rubbing up on Bay at the club.
Yeah.
I hate this. I hate this now. So what I do,
Rubbing
just
up
to
on
let
Bay
you,
at the club.
just to let you know,
Yeah.
I don't read these before we do them.
No, he just picks one and we go through
I
it.
just pick one and then we go through it.
And we can listen to Jordan get real salty.
Fucking hate this. This is bullshit. Fuck you, BuzzFeed. Everything about you is bullshit.
Real Zach reckons it's from the original Doom.
Yeah, I thought so. Using up all resources on a final boss. Attempting to outrun an enemy. Well, it's the top one. So get this over with right now.
Oh.
DLC, dual life campaign. What does that even mean? Dangerous level, capable. Yep. Farming, nursing vegetables for consumption. What? Choosing not to fight in a war game.
That's what
Repetitive
Zach's
collecting
doing.
items to power up. Collecting victories over an opponent. All right, so it's the third one. There we go. Oh, we got 11 out of 12 right. What did we get wrong?
What did we
go
get
back
wrong?
up. Go back up. Go back up. It must have been that one we didn't know. A video game with excessive shooting. Oh, shoot 'em ups. Oh,
Shucks.
Zach, yeah. Doesn't he
Yeah.
mean shoot 'em ups, but he couldn't be typing the whole thing? That is so... That is
so
not
bad.
a thing.
So we're not even proper gamers, man. We're not even proper, man. We're out.
And it's got Mario Kart
That's
as the you're a pro gamer. Anyone can fucking play Mario Kart. Piss off.
Confirmed noobs, man.
Yeah.
That's it. Ugh. I hate them quizzes, man. They're so
That's why we do them.
bad. I
That's why
know.
we do them.
Oh.
Fuck that. I'm already angry as hell.
Yeah.
I was
Now we're gonna get into the new
fucking
games.
Hashtag end the show.
New games this week. I don't think we're even gonna go through them, to be honest. It was a whole week of indie.
No one
That's all it
cares.
is. A whole week.
If you really
of
care,
indie games.
you probably already know. But there was nothing.
There's about 23 indie games that was released.
They don't count.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Oh, Turok and Turok 2 got ported onto Xbox One, and same with Darkest Dungeon. So they're probably the biggest ones out of the lot.
Wow, it's actually interesting. People like Turok.
Yeah. They're like,
Zach. Lloyd, yeah, got one wrong. Time to delete Twitch account. That's right.
it's
But
all
that
over.
one wasn't even like who uses the fucking word schmups?
I've never heard of that word. Maybe if I'm like maybe 12, I might have.
Maybe if I'm a dickhead who works at BuzzFeed.
A dickhead. Oh, dude, whatever. All right. This week in games, in gaming news. We'll get into the gaming news. Might as well, because there's nothing in new games.
Nah, fuck it
Yeah,
off.
Whatever.
Gaming news.
This is a no objective gaming news update.
All right, this week actually Square Enix released Chrono Trigger on Steam, right? But you know how the DS port's unreal for that. Like it's their best. It's been translated the best. It's also got the best mechanics, and it just works well.
I love it.
But they didn't put that version on Steam. They put the mobile version on Steam, dude. The mobile version, and it looks god.
I didn't even know there was a mobile version.
So there's a mobile version, but it's got the old tap display still on it. So it just looks really bad for PC. Look at this. So usually tap these with your fingers for the phone. That's why it looks so bad. So you got like the
no.
2-player, third player, and
They
you
should have at least ported the DS version.
exactly like look at this. You've got you just tap on them with your finger, but having it
I'm
on
way
like a
more.
big string.
I'm way more geared than this pussy. I've got like fucking silver. No, I think I've got more than silver shit now. in this game. And that guy's got like, not even in his. I've got like 250 health with fucking.
That's
I forgot what my guy's name is.
what would you call
I
him?
think bitch tits or something like that.
You always got some.
Yeah,
you
it's
did something
I'll
like
look
that.
it up. I'll look it up right now.
Because you did that with what do you call it? Zelda as well, didn't you? What'd you call him?
Oh, he was bitch tits. I'll tell you what I called this guy. I'll look it up. You keep
Bitch
talking.
tits. Hey, what's up, Will Vickers? How you doing, man?
Dude,
Oh.
hey man, we were just talking about
Yeah,
you.
we're talking about your friggin' killing
your
sprees.
five wins, man.
Mate,
dude,
your
you was a machine.
Your
Thanks,
squads.
thanks for stopping by, dude.
Okay, so this is the ESRB stuff, you know, all the loot boxes and all that crap, and how they've been trying to change all
I
this.
saw this.
So this week they actually came out and they said that they're going to put a title on it. All right, so anything that has bonus levels, skins, surprise items, or anything like that, or such as loot boxes, mystery awards, and all that, or music, or virtual coins, or any other form of in-game currency, they're going to have to put the title on in-game purchases on the game, no matter what.
I like it.
So, but I was reading the comments under there, and one of the people said, well, does this mean every game? And I'm like, it could almost do it, because it's like some of them have bonus little skins that you could buy for your character on the store and stuff like that. But I don't know if it's in-game purchases. It's like PlayStation store purchases, but I don't know. It's good they're doing this. They're finally giving the person, say if they're buying it for their kid, they finally can say, look, this has in-game purchases. We're taking our credit card off of this account.
Yeah.
So they don't get stung by their kid being
It's
addicted
good.
to this
It's
stuff.
fucking good.
It's about time. But they still haven't come out and say it's gambling, so, but whatever. It pretty much is modern day gambling for children.
Of course it is.
Yeah. Anyway, this is, so you've heard me on this show. I like Final Fantasy, right? And
Really?
Final Fantasy 15, right? It was okay, but I think it was nowhere near as good, and I'm sick of them adding more content to this game. Well, they've already had 4 DLCs. They've just announced the Royal Edition is coming out in a couple of weeks, which is like apparently like the Game of the Year edition where you're meant to have everything and all DLCs and there's nothing more. Hajime Tabata just came out and said that 4 more DLC packs are coming in 2019 for this game. So the game
Why?
will be almost 3 years old and we're going to get 4 more DLCs. So why is there going to be a Royal Edition for a game that's like the Game of the Year, the definitive edition, and then they go release another 4 DLCs in a year's time? It's out of control. I don't know what he's doing with this game. I don't know. Maybe they spent way too much money on it, so they've got to try and get the 10 million milestone, because that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to push it because they said if they don't sell 10 million copies of this game, they're basically almost going to stop Final Fantasy games.
So I found out my character's name is Bitch with a 1. Bitch, B1TCH. That's the name
Okay.
of my main
Yep,
character.
all right.
The girl's name is
You just
Shitty?
loaded it up.
Shitty with an
Oh, Jordan,
Shitty
please.
with an exclamation point, and
Yeah.
then the robot's name is Blappy
Blappy.
for Scuba.
And you didn't play this on stream. You just played this in the
Nah, this
bus.
was just on my
Like,
phone.
yeah,
man.
yeah.
I was on the emulator.
That is hilarious.
Hell
dude.
yeah! Come get it,
Oh,
Troy.
Troy.
Come get it.
Apparently, Raw Vidica fixed up his stream. Oh, dude, yuck. I don't want to see that.
Would bang. Yeah, that's good. So fixed pixelation on my stream, McDuff. Awesome.
Yep.
You get an i7. Oh, of course, man. Yeah. I mean, i5 will do the job, but that extra
Yeah. i7s are great.
i7s are crazy good.
But they cost so much money.
Exactly.
So far out. Stuff that. All right. So, I don't know if we mentioned it a while back, but Capital Wasteland, they're remaking Fallout 3 within Fallout 4, these modders.
Yeah, I heard that.
And they've shown off one of the some gameplay, right?
This will be so good.
And
Fallout 3 is the better game. It's way better than Fallout 4. But Fallout 4 engine is way better than Fallout 3,
Oh,
obviously.
definitely. So this is actually the mission where you go and fight the big massive super mutants, and you get to go see Three Dog at the end.
Three
So,
Dog.
Three
Look at that
Dog!
shit. Look at that gun.
So it looks like this in the underground.
It looks like Fallout 4, man. And then like the mechanics, the shooting.
Looks so good.
Holy fuck. Oh, dude.
And so this is pre-alpha footage, so I can't wait till this comes out.
Is that the assault rifle from Fallout 3, maybe? That's
Yeah,
the 10
that's-
millimeter
yep,
pistol
there it
with a
is.
silencer on it. Ooh.
Looks
yeah.
so good. But yeah, we'll get to when you go out to the
I love
wasteland.
modders, man. Hell yeah, get to this part with it. Oh, there's this. Oh, that's the
This is
assault
the-
rifle.
This is the Brotherhood of Steel section, isn't it? Yeah, look at that.
The GNR building.
Oh no, that's where you go see Three Dog and stuff.
Yeah, he's up there somewhere.
Three Dog. How cool does it look, man? Like
Dude.
we can relive Fallout 3 within Fallout 4.
Dude, this looks beast.
It's going to be definitely good.
Yeah,
Hopefully.
The DLC, Troy. Yeah, the DLC was...
Because I didn't like the original Fallout 3 because at the end you die. That's what happens in Fallout 3. So you can't go back and continue on. You had to go back to your old save point and just continue walking on. But when the DLC came out, the Brotherhood of Steel DLC, you actually got to continue the game. You didn't die. You wake up in the hospital bed.
We're having trouble rendering this on stream, actually.
Are we?
Yeah.
Might be my CPU.
CPU going a bit nutsy.
But yeah, it is.
Oh, yeah, look, it's peaking there, mate.
Peaked up there
Whee!
when we first started it.
But yeah. Oh, look at that. There's the fucking behemoth. There's the fat man.
It looks good though, eh? Like far out.
Oh,
This
yeah.
looks great.
For sure. For sure.
The thing I've got to do with this is I think I've got to get away from Google Chrome because it is such a pig.
It's a bitch.
It's a bitch, man, for rendering or not even rendering. It's just a bitch for loading videos and stuff like that when you're streaming at the same time. So,
Sweet.
but anyway,
Fallout 3 was amazing, and the DLC was very in depth. That's right, Troy. I loved the DLC. The only one I didn't play was, the first one. Fucking Operation. What was it called? Oh, fuck, it's pissing me off now. I played.
Operation Anchorage, is that it? Yeah, or
I think it is. Yeah, Operation Anchorage.
Hmm.
It's the only one I didn't play.
See, look at that now. Look at that CPU just
There you
dropped
go.
completely down.
Stupid Chrome.
I know, bitch.
All right.
All right. Where am I to here? Oh, this one here is a bit weird. So a kid from Chicago this week, he made a Snapchat and he said, "Y'all need to shut up about school shootings, or I'll do one." All right. This is what he said.
Yeah, that's
on
a real
Snapchat.
smart thing to say.
Especially at the moment. And he got arrested and sent to court and rah rah. And the judge ordered his parents basically.
How old was he?
He was in his teenage years, like probably around 16, I think.
Okay.
Let's have a look. But anyway, he got arrested and basically the judge just said to his parents, take his phone off him. He's not allowed it anymore. And he's not allowed to play violent video games anymore. And apparently this was because there was a violent video game being played in the background when he was taking this video of himself on Snapchat. And there's a lot of crap coming up about this violence in video games is causing mass shootings and like linked to shootings and the crazy things like that going on in America. And I just thought this was really interesting because I just don't know if that's true. I don't think it is at all.
I can tell you with 100% certainty it's not true.
No.
It's been studied many times.
And this is why I wanted to bring it up with you because I want to know what you thought about it.
You got to bring it up with me, mate.
Exactly.
I'll give you the lowdown, mate. Okay,
Yeah.
so there's no evidence that it causes.
Yeah.
So there's and even if there was a correlation, there is no correlation either. Correlation does not mean causation. So a correlation between being a mass shooter, say, and playing violent video games doesn't necessarily mean that the violent video games cause the mass shooting or shooting or violent behavior. Let's just go with violent behavior. So this is a little bit more of a less intense subject.
Like Jordan played all the violent video games growing up.
Yeah,
He
and
was
all
the
I
violent king.
do is kick my dog all the time.
Yeah.
That's not that bad, is it? Vorviticus said, "Yeah, man, I think it's so garbage. Like I've been playing GTA since I was in elementary school. I've never done anything bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just vape, man.
just vape.
That's the only bad thing you do.
Oh, come on.
No, Rob's a mad dude.
Yeah.
No, it's ridiculous. There's no evidence behind it whatsoever. You know, they're looking for something. It's what happens when society doesn't really have the answers and they're looking for them. And especially when you go to judges. Like, judges are an interesting idea that we came up with a long time ago. That's right, Roviticus. Yeah, I feel like people are trying to find something to blame. Yeah, because in a shock moment, you're like, holy crap, what was the cut and dry reason for this? Zach said, assuming we don't count the carjacking shootings running over pedestrians, and yeah, nothing bad. Troy said, GTA got me hooked on hookers. I didn't see the negative there.
Jeez.
So, yeah, that's not the reason why, right? Like, there's let's not go into why the gun things happen, right? All we can say is from the evidence that we have, it isn't the case that violence is caused by video games. What is likely, right? What is likely is that the same type of people who do school shootings also play video games,
But
and they
what
happen to
kid
be violent.
doesn't play them.
That's
you know
right.
What I mean? Yeah.
That's exactly the point. So if you want to do that, you need to. So what a scientist would do is do a control. So
Yeah.
if they were going to measure this, they'd go, all right, let's get 2 kids, and then or in hindsight analysis of this, they would get some kids who play video games and don't do school shootings, and then analyze the kid who did do a school shooting, and or do violent behavior whatsoever,
Yeah.
and then compare the two, and then they'd see, oh look, these people do it, so it can't cause this issue.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm going to reference this piece of news that I had further down as well, that Trump is actually going to go meet up with executive members from the video game industry next week. And he's going to, and it's all due to the shooting in Parkland, whatever it was, Florida, when that went through. So he wants to address the issues with the game developers themselves. So I don't know. It's all linked to the same thing. Everyone's going crazy because of what happened and the mass shootings that have been going nuts in schools at the moment.
It's disappointing when you see, I mean, it's not really surprising that Trump would do something like that. He's not the smartest cookie. But it's disappointing that this has hit that level. I understand it's a real issue. So the
it's
issue
a huge issue, but I don't think
issue,
games are to blame. Like, not at all.
Well, it sucks. Like the gaming community. So, and this means sort of you. This is why I'm just going to turn my criticism on you for 2 seconds
do
here.
it, mate.
You said, I don't think this is the issue.
Yeah.
We know it's not the issue.
Yeah.
So I appreciate your
I just wanted to be open.
yeah,
about it,
I
that's all,
appreciate
yeah.
your openness
Yeah.
towards that, but it's not.
No.
It's plain and simply not, because the amount of people that play video games would then determine that even if we say that, oh yeah, video games cause 1 in 10 children to be a school or to be a violent, like epically violent, like disgusting person who goes into a school and commits murder, then you would actually have a lot more. And you would have it here. So like you would have kids going to school. We don't have guns, right?
No.
But we have
But you had that
games.
kid that
We
went to
still have-
school
yeah.
and he stabbed his bully.
Yeah, but like
We had that.
We have a lot of weapons. We can still get weapons. You can take a knife from your kitchen, take it to school, right?
Yeah.
So why don't we have more school stabbings? It's because we have a different culture, even though we play the same games.
Yeah.
It doesn't affect it. It's games are worldwide media, but guns in the way that this is. I don't want to be too political for Americans here, but like guns in America is different. It's different to here. It's different to other countries.
Well, yeah, here's kind of like if you hunt and you own a farm and you want to,
Yeah.
say, cull down the
Kangaroos,
pests
mate.
and stuff like that. Yeah, you can get yourself a gun
Yeah.
license
But that's it.
and it's a bolt
Those are
action.
the only people with guns.
Yeah.
I imagine there's lots of people that we know through Twitch even that own guns.
Yeah, well, like we got brainwashed Kaiser and he loves to carry his gun
Yeah.
around. He has it on his side all the time.
That's
Like,
right. He's from Florida.
Yeah.
Open carry state, mate.
he doesn't muck
I'm
around.
going to catch up with the chat here for a
Yeah.
second. Troy. Yeah, Robert said, but all the kid is just dumb for saying something like that on Snapchat. Yeah. And why do we take kids? Why would you take anyone seriously on Snapchat?
When did social media become like that guy's actually going to do it now? There's so much. I've spoken some weird shit on Facebook. That and I'm not going to go and act on it. I just
No.
went and said something silly. It's like
No,
a
it's
joke.
right.
Maybe that was a joke in his behalf.
He could have been trolling me.
Yeah.
Anyway, what did he say? Oh, you missed it. We'll get back to that. Troy said, we also have to look at population size and we got to stop comparing stuff in America with smaller countries like ours. More people, more different personalities, so more chance of more bad shit. Yeah, well, that's right. I don't think we're comparing. Most people aren't comparing it to us because we are different. It's pretty obvious.
Go from
We're
dick
so
pics
different.
to school
Um,
shootings.
Roviticus said, you also have to think of news stations. What bleeds leads. That's exactly right, Rov. Dude, it's 100%. So on the news, they talk about violent stuff all the time, and we have serial killers that are 40 plus years old. And are they playing video games and then thinking, yeah, let me just go and kill a bunch of people?
Yeah, I want to go.
That's right.
Yeah, I want to go
What
sit up
about-
in a
that's-
hotel and shoot a whole.
So the scientists would also then go, all right, so if we're going to analyze that, so this would be like psychologists, let's go and see the people who kill but also don't play video games. So say someone who's a mass murderer who's not at all, who's in an insular society, who doesn't, maybe like an Amish murderer, for example. Like there's never been an Amish murderer.
Oh, there would be, but it just sounds funny.
I know.
Imagine an Amish guy.
So this guy wouldn't have touched video games his entire life, and then he goes and kills someone. Well, does that have anything to do with video games? What about all the killings that happened that have
Before
nothing to do
video
with them?
games. What is about them? They happened.
This is not something that's exclusive to modern society.
I think it's just
mass murder.
yeah.
Mass murder. It's have been around for a long time, and we know that video games actually have a very positive effect on a sort of like antisocial behavior. They can have a very negative effect, of course. So if you overdo anything, but
the real Zach, they're only playing Mario. No, I'm only kidding around with you, dude.
yeah, it's so disappointing this is the case, and it sucks that Trump's going this direction with that. And
Well, it's
nothing's-
an easy one to target. Like, just go, oh, games, they're doing it. And then parents are like, oh, your video games, they're bad.
yeah, just be. Yeah, pretty sure Hitler wasn't playing COD about it. That's right. He was fucked up well before this shit came around.
Oh, hell yeah.
Just so you know, guys, I honestly don't think anything will come of this.
No.
Because we've seen what happens when people go after games with Gamergate and issues
look at,
like that.
Like Left 4 Dead 2 for us in Australia, how heavily like edited was that game. We got no blood. Enemies disappeared. No limbs went off. So all they did was they fall over and they vanish. So, and what happened? We just went and bought games from overseas.
Yep. Got League Overseas copy.
Yeah.
Rawviticus makes a good point here. My point on gun banning, especially in the US, if they ban those people, we'll still be able to get guns. It's like drugs. Most drugs are illegal. That's right.
It takes years and years to filter it out.
You
Like, there's
can't-
still guns around from when John Howard came out and took the guns away. There's still old farmers out there that still have their handguns.
We
They're
don't.
still there.
The solution isn't banning guns. That's
No.
for sure.
If you ban guns, you give them good money for their guns, so they want to hand them in so they can get a
It's
quick
different.
amount
It's
of
not.
money.
That
Yeah.
won't even work in America.
won't
It's
work in-
not the solution.
Okay.
The solution is not to ban guns. The solution is. That's why I didn't want to talk about the gun side of it. I want to talk about the
It's
violence side of it.
violent side of
But
it.
I'll just tell you, the solution to that is licensing, mental health checks, and better criminal history checks,
Yeah.
and interstate cooperation. So federal systems that actually check between states.
Okay.
So the gun licensing system goes, oh, maybe they've got a warrant out for their arrest in Ohio, but they're not. They're buying a gun in Florida. Rawviticus, cheers, buddy. Let's move on from this.
Yeah,
this
I
upsetting.
just thought I'd bring it up
No,
because
it's
it's a
good.
really cool thing and I knew you would have a strong opinion on it. So I was like, yeah,
What
hell
don't
yeah.
I have a strong opinion on?
Exactly. And this is actually really cool. This is like another weird kind of thing that Nintendo does. I don't know. Nintendo don't like to damage their products. But anyway, last week they released community reviews, like a feature on their e-store.
Mm.
And within 1 week, they took them down, made them offline. So I don't know what they're doing.
They got in trouble. Some people got upset at them.
Yeah, maybe people got upset. Maybe their games were like, oh man, that got a poor review. We don't like that up there. Let's take it down. So I don't know. We don't know. They said they have no estimated date when it's going to come back, and they said they really appreciate the positive response. And thanks to the reviewers who actually gave the reviews. So I don't know what Nintendo are doing on the Switch for that. I reckon that should be a given feature. There should be community review feature for every game, platform, like anything.
It's interesting,
Like
that
Steam.
stuff, because they get to decide, right? And we understand that those companies get to decide what direction they take. But we also sort of say, like, but we want people to have the ability to speak freely about those games. But the companies don't. It's not in their interest.
No, the companies don't want
Yeah.
it to affect someone
But
purchasing it.
It's funny
Yeah.
because it happens. There's places like Reddit where this stuff is.
And this is where it came out from.
Yeah.
This came out from a Reddit user. He
Well, it's discussed.
noticed it was gone and went, hang
Yeah.
on, let's bring it up.
It's discussed there more openly than it's ever discussed in a review section, but they don't like it there anyway.
Viper's throwing down mosh fists, mate.
Hell yeah, Viper.
You legend. All right, so also this week, PlayStation came out and they said, as of March 8th, 2019, there'll be no more free games for PS3 and PS Vita
Cheers, PlayStation.
on the PlayStation Plus network. So,
Good.
like, I know Xbox will hold on to their free games for 360 for as long
Well,
as they can.
360 was a more long-living system. Like PS3 is a good system, right?
Yeah.
I love it.
There should
But
be more free games, though.
I
They
think
should- don't know.
PS4 is such a step ahead of PS3, but
Yeah.
I don't think that for the Xbox One.
So,
I
do you
don't look
reckon
at
they
it-
should lower prices then if people are still getting free games for their PlayStation 3 or Vita?
They shouldn't necessarily lower prices, but they should give more PS4 games out for free.
Yeah, maybe 4 or 3 instead
Well,
of the general 2.
General
There you go.
2.
Yeah, that's what you get. You get 2 on PS4.
Yeah.
So you used to get 2 on each system.
And one of them's usually an indie.
Yeah.
Because we got Bloodborne this week, didn't we?
We got-
this month.
Yeah, we get Bloodborne and we get Ratchet and Clank.
What?
Yeah.
Ratchet and Clank, the first one? I mean, the newest
the
one?
PlayStation, yeah, the newest one.
Emily. We'll have to play that.
So everyone was saying, "Oh well, this is a really good
That's
month,
actually a really good month.
really good month." But they dropped this news on us. So they said, "Were they trying to sweeten the deal by saying, here we're going to get rid of it, but you get 2 nice games to go along with this piece of news."
Yeah. What did you say? What is it, chicken? What is it, Troy?
What is it, chicken?
Yeah, Emily, that's pretty cool. Hey, that new one's that's the one I was looking at getting you, the new PS4 one. So that's good. I've got it for free now.
Yep.
Cool.
There you go. You don't need to waste your money.
That's right.
Because you would be wasting your money if you bought the Ratchet and Clank.
Just need to waste my money on fucking
PS
PlayStation Plus that I'm not even using.
I never use it. Like the amount of games I play online is only on.
What game would you play online?
I would probably play Bloodborne.
Do you need to have the PS Plus for the rating?
I think you need PS Plus to do the rating.
Fair enough.
Oh, anyway, Sony Interactive Entertainment Worldwide Studios said that this week that Horizon Zero Dawn is the most successful new first-party franchise to launch on the PS4.
Yeah.
They sold over 7.6 million copies, and they deserve this big shout out. That's like a brand new IP that actually went really well on the PlayStation 4. So good on them. Good on you.
Oh, Raw called you out for fucking going after Ratchet and Clank. I don't like Ratchet and Clank, right? I don't like it either. I'm sort of close to Aaron on this one, right? But I like the idea that I can get this game for free because Emily likes platformers and she liked, I think she liked, is it Ratchet and Clank you did like? Yes.
Yeah,
Because she liked Banjo-Kazooie.
Banjo-Kazooie, yeah, I grew up playing that as well. But I never played Ratchet and Clank. Like the games I was playing, when did that come out? That came out after Spyro and all that stuff. It was like PS2 era, wasn't it?
I think Spyro did a little bit of PS2 era, but then
it was all PlayStation 1.
It died off, yeah. And then Ratchet and Clank is this Insomniac? Is it still? I think Insomniac did Spyro, did they?
I'm not too sure.
I think anyway.
And Jack and Daxter, you remember that?
Yeah, I didn't play any of those games. I was too busy being a man.
That's
why I'm so fucking hairy because every game I played involved killing people. Look how violent I am, Donald Trump.
I know, right? This guy's going to go out to his workplace and kill everyone.
Hell yeah. Not a great workplace to try and do that, but anyway.
Could you imagine that? Oh, dude.
Don't dox me, bro.
We better not even joke about that because you'll be going to court next week, mate.
Shit.
Oh, no. All right. So, the Witcher TV series, we talked about that a while ago.
So keen for this.
The pilot episode script has been finished. So, the author of it, or the writer of the actual script or whatever, he put a little thing up on Twitter this week and he said it's finally done.
Nice.
Look at that. It's a nothing photo, but there you go. It's coming. It is coming, and it's probably a long way off though.
Well, see, this is when they say stuff about the Last of Us movie, the Uncharted movie, I sort of go,
yeah, it's like, where's that Uncharted movie? That's
after that stuff. I'm like, if they never bring it out, I'll be happy because I don't think that will be.
It's probably not going to be good.
You can't recreate the magic.
Yeah, you can go back to the previous podcast episode where we talked about our favorite. Well, what was it? What are we talking about? Game movies, yeah. The trash game movies.
I don't think we were saying like there's probably hasn't been a really good one. The best one we thought of was probably Resident Evil 1.
All right. Well, so what's this? We got this one as well, dude. You know.
Oh yes, of course I do.
And I'm going to leave this one up to you, mate, because
boys,
this is your little section.
New Overwatch character announced. He's on the PTR right now.
Yeah.
Brigitte.
Brigitte. Yeah. There it is.
It basically looks like her name's spelled like Bridget, but it's not pronounced Bridget because I think she's Swedish.
Okay, is that what it is?
Because she's the daughter of Torbjorn, who is Swedish, so that would be weird if she wasn't Swedish. Brigitte, so she's a support, but she's kind of like an off support. She has a shield and a mace.
It's really odd.
Maybe play that little video at the beginning there.
This one here.
No, don't play that.
So that's a trash one.
So she has a mace and a shield, like those shields there, which is pretty cool. 600 health on the shield, good damage on the mace, but her main role is like as a rallying. Support.
We can just look at the Overwatch website. How does that sound?
Sure. She tosses out armor onto her allies, and it slightly heals them.
So difficult's pretty low as well.
So not difficult to play apparently. And when she hits people with her rocket flail, which is her main weapon, she heals nearby enemies. So she's got that passive ability. Scroll down a little bit more. Rally. Oh, no, that's not her.
She's got shield bash and stuff like that.
Yeah. So it's pretty cool. I think she'll be very interesting. She's more of an off support, and I'll be interested to see whether she actually is going to change things up, if she is meta-defining. Rovicus said, did you see all Amazon is coming out with Far Cry 5 miniseries?
No, I didn't know that.
Wow, that's cool.
That's different, isn't it?
Zach, yeah, she's melee support like Uther and Heroes of the Storm. Yes, I play Overwatch a shit ton.
Yeah.
Rovicus, it's the
That's-
way you play PUBG.
That's how he plays.
That's how
yeah.
I play Overwatch.
Loves it.
Yeah, throwing shields instead of heals. Yeah, armor. She has her own shield. So it'll be interesting. It could mean we end up with 3 supports in a meta. The meta generally has 2.
Okay.
So 2 supports, 2 DPS, 2 tanks. But we could end up with 3 because she could take the place of a tank or a DPS at this point.
But you were saying that you wanted more. Was it support roles?
The
you
game
said?
needs more support
that's
roles.
and like some people were saying, oh, another support role in like the comments, and so I'm like, I don't know.
Well, the
Maybe
game
they-
has 5 viable healers
okay, all right,
and
fair
about
enough.
10 or 12 viable DPS.
That's a bucket load, man.
Oh no, it's more than that because there's 27 heroes. So
Jeez.
if there's only 5 healers, there must be like, and because there's only about 6 or 7 tanks.
Okay.
Yeah, it must be like, yeah, it's ridiculous.
That is
so
crazy.
it's really imbalanced towards damage. When can I rank you up? What rank are you, Rovicus? We
He's-
can play whenever, man. We
Yeah,
can
this
play
guy
whenever.
loves it.
We'll get shit ping,
Oh yeah, true. Because you're in the States.
but we are technically on the same server. But yeah,
Oh really?
yeah, because it's where we all play through Americas as
Oh yeah,
Aussies.
but we get prioritized to the Aussie service.
That's
It's the
right.
Same thing as
That's right.
What
yeah.
Diablo did.
But
and
it'll
stuff like
send me over to him.
Yeah.
But yeah, let me know what rank you are.
that. Yeah.
I'm platinum. So give me a yell.
And he'd be like, I'm Grandmaster. He's just too good at shooting.
High gold. Yeah, well that's basically where we play.
Yep.
Rovicus, me and Moo Cow Chicken in the chat. We're around high gold.
Sweet.
All
All right. PlayStation. They announced the release date of Detroit Become Human, and it's going to be coming out on the 25th of May.
Fuck yes, I'll be in the new house.
Yeah.
Yes, dude. You come over. You come over and
watch you play Detroit. And
hell yeah.
we can pick some scenarios. I'll be like, go do that. And you're like, no, I want to do this. We'll
Hell
toss the coin.
yes. Dude, that'll be so good.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I'm
so
keen for that.
that was like the drop the mic kind of thing. Become Human.
When did they announce that?
This week.
What for? Was it any special reason they did
No,
that?
they just did it. Like PlayStation actually came out and said it wasn't actually the developers. So it's
Oh,
really interesting. Yeah, they
that's
just kind of
strange.
we'll give everyone a piece of news now. But 25th of May, that's not long away.
No.
I
But we're
thought they-
getting God of War in late April.
Yeah. Man. All right, a lot of games are coming out, but I don't think I'll play God of War. I've never played any of the games in that franchise, so
I will play that. So you can watch that.
I
watch
will.
you play that because that looks good. I didn't play any of the games in the franchise either.
Jotaro, thank you so much for the host, man. It's an auto host, but thank you.
Tutorial's a
Yeah.
boss, dude.
Jotaro.
That's it.
Yeah, that's it for
Is
the
that
news.
all the news done?
Yeah, done, dusted, mate.
That was good news though. Like every
Yeah.
one of those pieces of news, you're getting better at
I'm
this, dude.
getting better at picking.
It's almost like you.
I'm starting to. I get a whole lot, and now I do the cull on the
yeah,
Saturdays. So
you
I'm
go. You
culling
know what?
out.
That's garbage.
Yeah.
No one cares about that.
Because I let a couple of days to sink in. Like I look at it and go, oh yeah, put that in there, and then on Saturday I process it again. I'm like, no. So
Boring
Yeah.
Final Fantasy crap.
yeah, there's so much Final Fantasy 15 news that came out that I culled as well. Like
Yeah.
stuff like you get if you pre-ordered the Royal Edition or the Steam Edition for Final Fantasy 15, you get to play as you get a skin for was it Morgan Freeman or whatever his name is from what's his name, Gordon Freeman from
Morgan Freeman.
yeah, Morgan Freeman. Imagine
I
that
want
one.
a Morgan Freeman
A
skin.
skin, that'd be sick. But no, Gordon Freeman or whatever from what is it, Half-Life?
Half-Life.
Yeah, so you get that skin, and it's kind of like
I
whatever,
want the
trashy.
I want the Morgan Freeman skin.
Morgan Freeman.
Give me the Overwatch Morgan
Wouldn't
Freeman
that-
skin.
and he's got to be like his salt and pepper phase, where he's got his like grey bits in his hair and
Oh.
stuff, and he's
Rubber Biz. Rubber Biz.
what's going on? How you
Hey.
doing? Well, you got right to the main,
You came in right at the
Yeah.
good part.
yeah, right at the part where we're going to be talking
Remember
about.
how she usually shows up right at the end when we're done?
Yeah,
Look, we're only halfway through, son.
yeah, and we're going to be talking about sequels for games and stuff like that because I have heard a lot of. like game developers and stuff like that. Kojima, he was just like, after Metal Gear Solid 1, he just said, I'm not going to be making any more Metal Gear games. So what do you guys think? Do you think there should be sequels for games? Like
I
a
tell you
game you
what.
love or not?
So yeah, what do you think? All right, so the first, I like your little rundown here is pretty good. So what games? What do you mean? What games do you think have better sequels? That doesn't make any sense.
I didn't.
What games do you think?
You just
had
you can
good
let me say it
sequels?
because I just spill jargon out in text and I can interpret it.
Okay, you translate. I'll listen.
I'll translate my jargon on
Yeah.
here. So, what games do you think had better sequels than the original? So, what do you reckon? So,
Oh,
like
improved
Yeah,
on
yeah.
there.
Like
Okay.
improve the game. Like I can think of one straight off the bat,
All right.
and that is Uncharted 2 from Uncharted 1.
Oh,
So that was a massive change and a good change in the right direction. That game was.
so goddamn good and way better than the first one.
Yeah.
Great point.
So that's what I was thinking. Like, so there is a point where, you know, there's a really good sequel, but there can be a really trash sequel as well afterwards. Like, what do you reckon? What was a sequel that you played that was better than the original?
Assassin's Creed 2,
Assassin's Creed 2? Yeah,
much better than the original.
Yeah.
Shit. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 was actually better for me than most people don't. A lot of people don't agree with that. I think it was the better game. I'm only giving you like real generic games.
But I'm thinking that too because I played Modern Warfare 2 before I played Modern Warfare 1. Because
Zach
I
said
was
Warcraft 2.
Warcraft 2.
So
yeah.
you played Modern Warfare 2 before you played Modern Warfare
Yeah,
1?
and then I went back and I went, yeah, Modern Warfare 2 is a lot better. It has more of those moments where you're like, oh, he's going to die. And he's like, then someone just pulls you
It
up
has some
completely.
genuine, like, I think Modern Warfare, the original, doesn't have any twists. The second one has a twist.
Okay.
And I didn't see the twist coming when I first played it, and I loved it. So, great game and a great sequel at that.
Oh!
Oh!
Thanks for the entertainment. Keep it up, Rovik.
Oi.
Thanks, mate. Hang on one sec. We're going to open up something. I've got to see what that was.
Oh, yeah, I don't even know. Raw
Yeah.
Viticus.
For Raw Viticus sent that through. Thank you so much, my man.
What a legend. Why didn't that...
He sent through $5,
Oh,
man.
is he-
$5 dues, man.
Oh,
You
what a
bloody
legend.
legend, mate. Sorry, we didn't. I haven't got them up. I just made these new scenes this morning on this computer here.
Yeah,
so-
we're using Aaron's streaming computer.
Yeah, and it's
Thanks for the
been-
entertainment. Keep it up, Rawvid GG.
Yeah, mate.
Raw Viticus,
Gee.
you bloody legend.
Thank you so much for the donation, man. You're a bloody legend.
Yeah. So the sequels. Oh, did you add the alert to the stream?
No, that's why it
That's
didn't come
why,
up. That's why we're like, what the
uh,
hell happened? Because I haven't added that scene in there.
Boo
so-
earns, Aaron.
Boo earns.
Boo earns. I was saying boo earns.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think I'm really interested to see what other people in the chat think. So Zach says Warcraft 2. Yeah, Assassin's Creed was amazing. Hell yeah. I actually think a lot of time you play the sequel first, then play the original. It's going to seem clunky.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. That's true.
That's right. So I played Uncharted 2 before I played Uncharted 1. And yeah, but I genuinely still, and my hindsight bias is one thing, but like I still think it's a better game. Oh, cheers. Thank you for the follow, Dark Princess.
Yeah, that will come through eventually when it catches
When
up.
it decides.
Decides to catch
Is
up.
the alert sound off? Because it's going to be loud as shit.
Oh, yeah, oh, yeah. No, that's not. We'll just let it go play.
Oh,
through.
well,
we can
get ready
be,
for some
we can be at
fucking
some hate
do it.
breed. Do it, mate.
Yeah, the Uncharted series is fantastic.
Oh, wrong one. Sorry.
Is a no.
I was like meant to mute. Yeah, there we go.
What is going on
Yeah.
with this motherfucker?
I
over
just
here?
pressed one button and it was the play button and it was already playing what it was already played previously.
So, what else you got in there? I can't think of many more. You know, apparently,
I can say-
Splinter Cell Chaos Theory, which was the second game, was better than the first one.
Yeah,
But
the Uncharted series is amazing.
I
Yeah.
didn't play the second one. What else you got for me?
I'm getting too hyped. Yeah.
Aaron does get.
I do. I was just got all these hotkeys up here and I was like mute, but then I pressed the play button because I didn't read it properly. So my bad.
If I play a really good game and they announce a sequel, I get really worried. Yeah, I have that feeling too, and it does kind of.
And that's why I reckon they shouldn't make a Bloodborne 2. That should not be a thing.
Okay, so this is what was this? Is this your next point?
No, I'm also gonna say that Dark Souls 3 was better than Dark Souls 1, but I can't say that Dark Souls 2 was better than Dark Souls 1.
Okay, so
So they can redeem themselves.
yeah.
But
See, I think Uncharted 3 is not better than Uncharted 2, but I think Uncharted 4 is better than Uncharted 3.
yeah. Yeah, exactly. All right, so what's the next point?
All right, so
Okay, this is kind of leading into it. Have you played the sequel before you played the original game? So we kind of brushed on that as well. What games have you done that with? And
Uncharted 2.
Uncharted
That's
2.
probably one of the only ones. I played Assassin's Creed before I played Assassin's Creed 2.
Mm.
I played Splinter Cell 1 before I played the second one. I played friggin' Modern Warfare before I played Modern Warfare 2. That's right. They were calling you Oreo.
Oreo?
They were calling you Oreo on the friggin' Aaron. They called
Oreo.
me. They kept saying
Aaron,
Aaron,
and Oreo.
I'm like, that's a Kiwi accent, mate.
Yeah.
That's how Kiwis say Aaron.
We say Aaron.
Aaron.
Yeah.
Aaron.
Yeah, you got to get the
Eh.
A's.
You got to go. Hey, Aaron.
Yeah, like a pirate.
Crack a tinny,
Yeah.
Aaron.
Jeez. See, I did it. Say for Modern Warfare 2, I did that. I played that one backwards. I didn't even.
Oh, Zach, you make me so fucking happy sometimes. Diablo 2, according to everyone, but only ever played 1 and 3. Well,
Wow, that's
I've played all of them. I could tell you the first one is fantastic. However, the second one is better.
yeah. I see. Get this right. I played Diablo 3 before I played any of the Diablos because I wasn't on PC back then. I was a console
Yeah.
king. And then I went back and played Diablo 2, and I'm like, yeah, this is cool. It's definitely cool. It's not.
Mm.
It's hard to play now.
Yeah.
And then I watched you play Diablo 1, and I went, I could never play that.
Oh, it's fantastic.
It's fantastic.
So good.
But see, that's like all your nostalgia bringing it up as well.
Of course, yeah. You know when you were playing Fallout 2? You were playing
Fallout
Fallout 2
2,
a long
yeah,
time
that's
ago.
right. Yeah.
I think I would struggle to play that, and that's the same thing. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't play that when it first came out. So,
Yeah.
Zach, did you play Fallout 2? Zach's played all the old school games.
That's
man.
cool.
He's got 10 years on us.
Yeah, that's true. He does.
He
doesn't
loved
he?
D1.
Fun.
Hell yeah. What about the Halo series? Oh, that's exactly right. Halo 2
Was
is
amazing.
way better than Halo 1. That's okay. I
So
know that's-
even
that's
graphics
a
wise, it's way
sensitive
better.
topic for some people, but I loved Halo 2. That's my like most people say like Halo 3 is amazing. I'm like, what?
Halo 3 was just a clone of Halo 1.
Oh, was it?
I feel like that's what it is
Okay.
because it's got the same like ending as well. You're riding in the Warthog.
Oh,
and
is
it's
that
all
what
the
happens?
Yeah, same thing happens in Halo 1.
Yeah.
Unreal Tournament 2003 is better. Yeah.
Unreal Tournament 2003. Hey mate, 2004. That was the best Unreal Tournament. That's why that game is dead because they went to Unreal Tournament 3 and just went downhill. Unreal Tournament 2004, probably the best arena shooter ever. So good. So goddamn good.
Cool.
But if as to say, if I've played them
Before
in
you
weird
played the original-
orders,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, there's been some where they didn't really get fame until they were a bit older. So I didn't play Fallout. Fallout 3 was the first Fallout game I ever played,
Yeah, same here.
and
And that's why I went back and played Fallout 2.
you liked that game.
I did. I thought it was really good. I liked the fact that you could just go along and cruise around and you can find your power armor later on. So you can just go, like, instead of waiting till that specific point where you find it, you go, hang on, I can just walk over to this place, grab my power armor. If I can hold enough, you can just come back
It
and
plays-
you can start bashing.
It plays a lot like Morrowind,
Yeah.
and Oblivion and Skyrim, where
It's open
just,
world.
yeah, you just grab shit. Whereas Fallout 4 frustrated me. I think Fallout 4 was where they actually let that series down a little bit. Like, it's a great game.
I didn't like the factions. I really didn't. I thought the factions in New Vegas were a lot better than Fallout 4 ones. Yeah.
That game is particularly, it has a strong faction focus, where the third one had a big story focus. Like
There was no
narrative focus.
factions. That's what it was.
Yeah.
You had the Enclave and you had the Brotherhood of Steel, but
That's
you didn't join one.
No,
you
you
just-
just did the
yeah.
thing that they wanted you to do at the end,
Yeah.
and then
And you can pick a side. There's like the one only decision you can make, and there's lots of decisions, but it was the major one that picked
Yeah.
the side. Like you could go live in Tenpenny Tower or whatever it was, or you could go live in what was the first town? Megadon or something like that. Megaton, that's one. Yeah,
Megadon,
Megadon.
Megalodon.
Yeah, Megalodon. But no, what did you do? That decision. I always went to Tenpenny Tower, mate.
You did,
Yeah.
you did the bad
Yeah.
thing.
Because you can go-
I sorted those geezers out, man.
Nah.
I killed that sucker.
I get my sweet bedroom and then I kill everyone in Tenpenny Tower.
I remember he tries to kill what's his face, the sheriff. What's his name? It starts with an M.
Oh, I don't know.
I can't remember. Anyway, he tries to kill him, and before he could even do it, I shot the guy. I was like, "No, I know what you're gonna do. You're gonna shoot him in the back. I know what you're gonna do, you dickhead."
Yeah, but I always wanted his hat. So as soon as he killed him, I took his hat. Yeah, I wanted that cowboy hat.
Give me your cowboy shit.
Yeah, I don't know. I played Dark Souls 2 before I played any of the other Dark Souls games in the series.
That's funny.
Yeah, and
It's a really strange way to play them.
well, and I played it well and truly after Dark Souls 3 had come out, and all the DLCs that came out for
Doom series, Wilvidicus says, yeah, I played Doom 3 before I played any of them. Doom 3 is a great game.
that.
Quality.
Yeah,
So you've got here, when do you think a game series
should stop.
should stop? Now, I reckon it's a bit of a, you've obviously worded that
Yeah,
like that, but I think what you're trying to say is like, does a game always need a sequel, and when is
it closure? When is it good?
when is enough? And I reckon that's obviously very game determined.
Like, I feel they shouldn't have had Metal Gear Solid 5. I think Metal Gear Solid 4 was a fantastic way to.
if they,
yeah.
that's a really good point. If they ended on 4,
I would have been fine with it.
Yeah, that's another one that I only played Metal Gear Solid 2 first.
Yeah.
I didn't play number 1.
And that was another one where the sequel was worse as well, because it's like Metal Gear Solid 2 was hated by fans. Absolutely hated. But when you know the behind the workings of what Kojima did for that game, it's a fantastic game.
Oh god, the Black Ops series.
Oh, yeah, it's exactly. Then this is what we want. We don't want to see a good game turn into a trash game. Like Modern Warfare was an amazing game, and look what Call of Duty has done. They've just been churning out these recycled, disgusting games with bad campaigns and a multiplayer that people want to play. That I didn't even want to buy the World War II one, because it was just like, why would you care about that?
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. I think I love, like, if you watch British TV shows, right? They're kings of cutting it off at the right point. Like
Sometimes I think they overdo it, but yeah.
like you look for, say, IT Crowd. It's got its 3 seasons. It's done.
It's got 4 seasons, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, 4. And then they have one other episode. And then you go to whatever, The Office, the UK version of The
That's
Office.
got 3 seasons.
That's nothing. And then you go, and then they've been churning out US offices for like all the way up to like 10 seasons or something like that.
Well, it depends. I really think they overdo it. And I think and by saying they overdo it, I mean they cut their shows off too early, and they overdo that.
They overdo the cutting early.
There's a happy medium there. Like so the In-Between is one of the greatest British TV shows ever.
Yeah,
It only has 2 seasons and then a 3rd season, which is like a Christmas special, technically. And then it's one of the greatest shows ever. It only has 3 seasons. There's like 6 episodes per season. Nowhere near enough. Nowhere near enough of one of the funniest shows ever.
Is that what they want to do? They want you to remember that?
Sort of. Yes, that's what they want you to do. But I don't know if that necessarily has... Like, it can't have to do with the creators not being able to do more.
Yeah. They could do more, but do they choose
Fawlty
to do it?
Towers. That is such a good show. No one here would know Fawlty Towers. Absolutely no one.
Nah.
I bet.
Nah, I don't know it at all.
Zach, I'm with you, man. Fawlty Towers is fantastic.
Well, like Firefly, they only had 1 season.
Yeah, but that's because it got cancelled.
Yeah. That was another bad thing. But
Yeah, that's not.
They could have drawn that out forever.
So I think with games, it's different. So I think if there was Last of Us, so Last of Us is probably, so let's use go to your favorite game. Go to your favorite game, and let's say they made Last of Us, and it stood on its own. I would totally be happy with that.
Mm-hmm.
If there was never any Last of Us and anymore, I'd be like, that game starts and finishes the way a movie does. So it starts off really interesting, and you kind of want more. But there's so many movies that do that are fantastic. Like
and they're done.
Like Inception. Like Christopher Nolan doesn't do he only did sequels for like the Batman series, but all of his other movies sort of stand on their own. And so The Last of Us has an open-ended and an open ending, I should say, that you don't necessarily get much explained to you, and it ends, but the ending is so good that you go,
we don't need a sequel.
Yeah, if there was no more, I'd be like, wow, that game is a work of art.
And I think that's what people need to start doing instead of... I don't know if it's the developers or the publishers that are going...
This is a cash cow.
We'll sign you up for 3 games
so we can make a lot more money.
Yeah.
And then they do run the risk of potentially destroying the game's name.
Like Call of Duty, for example. Like 1, 2, and 3 weren't the best Call of Duty games, but like...
2 was good, but it wasn't the greatest.
Yeah, but then when the Modern Warfare series came out, then it just started churning out rubbish each year. Started coming out. And like Guitar Hero did the same thing. Activision just churned that game out until it turned into a big pile of mess at the end, and everyone's like, I don't even want to see a Guitar Hero like guitar ever again. Throw that in the bin.
God, they just destroyed that. It's hard to call that a sequel. You know, it's
Yeah.
the same game. They just put new songs in it.
Yeah, pretty much. They could have added it with
Yeah.
DLC.
Yeah, they don't really do anything new, but they have to make money somehow because it's fucking Activision.
Yeah. But I see, that's where I'm like, I'm turning between like The Last of Us. I almost, in my head, I'm going, I don't want a sequel because that was a good game. It was unreal.
What Reb said before, I get scared. You
Yeah,
know,
it
like
makes you nervous.
I don't necessarily get scared, but so say Last of Us wasn't being done by Naughty Dog, I might get scared. Naughty Dog doesn't have a history of doing this. Every single Uncharted game is a 9 or a 10 out of 10 for me, right?
Yeah.
But so I'm not.
But I think they
worried-
should stop.
Yeah, well, all I'm concerned about is what they might do to the series. That's all.
Yeah.
Not that it won't be a good game. That it might. That I love the story of the first one, and that the second one's story might not be quite as good.
I think that's like my feel with what is it? Metal Gear Solid 4. I'm like, yeah, that game was a true ending. Like, if you didn't have time to watch that ending, you would have lost an hour and a half of actual spewing out of content to close every door in that game. Ever.
Yeah, it felt like they were.
Like, Big Boss shows up, he dies, and everyone else is dead. Liquid's dead. Solid Snake ends up dying in the end, and it's all over. It's done.
Yeah.
Well, why did they need to make a 5? And I'm not saying 5 was a bad game. 5 was a fantastic game. I just felt like it didn't fit into that story very well. I didn't think it just they went back into the past and
The
they went
flow of those games can sometimes add to the confusing story.
Yeah.
The flow of time, you know, so and then everything's retconned all the time because they add an old era into as the newer game.
And every single Metal Gear Solid, the sequel always retcon the old ones. It's just how Kojima does it.
Yeah,
He's done
I
the
think
whole
that's
time.
fine. Yeah, I don't know. What would be your favorite game, and if they ended it there, like maybe like Final Fantasy VIII. It's hard to say because it's obviously a sequential game.
Yeah, they don't continue on. But I think
well, they also
say if Final Fantasy X was the last Final Fantasy they ever made, and then that was when they went to Square Enix after that.
Yeah, and they're like, look, we're gonna create like say like we'll do the Chrono Trigger, and just went, we're doing a new franchise.
If I had hindsight, I would look at it and go, yeah, do it, because
well
the
now
Final Fantasy games they churned out after 10 were garbage. But I don't know. I
it's hard because imagine if they didn't in another universe. Imagine if they didn't.
There would be never another Final Fantasy game ever made. I think that would have been a smart decision, but I think that was one of Squaresoft's flagship games. That was all they released. Was Final Fantasy.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. With Naughty Dog, they've got 2 flagship franchises. They got Uncharted, which is it's sort of resting at the moment.
I think it should rest for a very long time.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind if they I'm happy for them to do a new protagonist. Obviously, they're retiring Nathan.
Yeah,
but like I'm happy with them for them to go and do like a new protagonist. I don't care.
I don't know.
But it needs to have the same flavor as Nathan Drake's character. But their new flagship is Last of Us.
Yeah,
and I think they have to have that. These companies need to have that, and I think it's really good they are going to do that. But it's still a bit like you have to understand they still have to make money, so it's like scary.
See, RevBiz goes in with zero expectations. I go in with all of them wanting to be filled, and then I get discouraged. I don't know why I do it. I just do it all the time. I'm like, oh yes, I can't wait, and then I watch every piece of like media coming out about this game, and then as soon as it comes out, I go, that was very good.
Mass Effect Andromeda.
That was Mass Effect Andromeda, and that was a series that should have stopped at 3. They closed every door again, and then
That's a really good point.
They made another game and it was trash.
That's EA.
Yeah.
EA, just like Activision, putting their shit in where it don't belong. All right? Fuck off. Stop doing this with like these big publishers always. And that's where you think, God, it's got to have something to do with the publishers because the development team just said, we're going to send the B team over. We're already developing Anthem.
Yeah, well, they
so
weren't even.
You want us to develop this? Shit, we're going to put the plebs on it. And the plebs did a shit game.
The plebs were unorganized.
Yeah, as it's like very obvious. And so that's what happens. And EA is like, ooh.
It wasn't that bad.
And so we'll fix it. We'll make Battlefront 2.
Oh, what happened there?
Oh, that sucked too.
Jeez. And Rebs, I reckon Dark Souls 2 to 3 was a fantastic jump. That was good.
I was thinking, like, when did Dark Souls 3 came out? 2016?
That must have been the DLC, maybe. I'll have a look.
Or because, like, I'm just wondering, like, like, how was people?
Yeah, March 2016.
What
so
was
you're right.
people's reaction to that? They must have lost their minds.
Oof.
The people love this game, right? But we didn't have this show around when that came out.
And I wasn't into the series.
No,
because
that's right. let
I was
alone-
always like, too hard. You know, I'll chuck that in the too hard basket. I'll never
Yeah.
play it until something triggered in my head. And now I've gone through all three, and I think they're fantastic games. And I want to do them again because I want to know what's going on in the story. I feel like it's got like a dark, hidden story, and I want to know it. So
yeah.
yeah, I don't know. It would have been crazy, Rebs. I want to know your hype on that game when it first came out.
What other interesting little tidbits of questionnaire do we have?
How do you feel about spin-off games after they're finished?
Okay,
so
so-
like we could use the Uncharted example for that.
Is there
So-
many spin-off games? Is that happen a lot? Is Uncharted Lost Legacy, is that a common thing? Like
Well-
Metal Gear Survive.
Yeah, and it's exactly. They're starting to churn them out now, I think, because the good series have finally gone, and there's nothing to replace them as such.
Well, you need a director with a vision, and a lot of the creativity is it's going into indie games now, because those amazing directors like Kojima, had they started this year, for example, probably would develop that game through Kickstarter, sort of like Kingdom Come, and then
And I'm still really interested in Kingdom Come, even though it's got bad reviews or mixed reviews. I still want to play it. That combat looks fun as all hell because you don't grow levels. It's all about how much better you get at that combat, that hard combat style. So yeah, but
right.
yeah, that's what it is. I don't know. Well, like Uncharted, what did you think of the Lost Legacy? Do you
It was
think
a very
was
good game.
a very good spin-off?
I don't know that it was like it was needed.
No.
Like I don't mind whether they did or they didn't do it. I could take it or leave it, but I think
They still like to call it an expansion, but it was a standalone expansion.
yeah. I think
But
ideally it should have been a DLC to Uncharted 4, story-based DLC, but they've never done story DLC for those games.
Nah,
Never.
they've only done that crappy online shooter. I don't like their online mode. I really don't.
I've never played it, but I imagine it's not the greatest.
But I enjoyed watching you play The Last of Us online. That was cool because you actually craft on the fly and fight people.
that is actually, like, if you watch gameplay of people doing it, it is really cool. It's still really good. It's a very unique 4v4. So if you haven't seen it, go and check it out. Just have a look at how that game's played and how tense it is. So it captures the single player pretty well.
Well, I can ramble off countless amounts of things, dude. I can ramble off so many spin-offs from the Final Fantasy games. And there's a lot in Japanese culture. I don't know, like, even if you go through the Persona, there's thousands of spin-off games of Persona. Well, not thousands, but heaps of spin-offs. Like, there's the dance one where you just dance. And it's a Persona dance game. Like, garbage spin-offs like that. And I played some really bad spin-offs for Final Fantasy as well.
World of Final Fantasy.
World of Final Fantasy, the chibi mess of a game that is. But in all honesty, it's not the worst. It's still better than the other ones. Like,
yeah.
the Crisis Core one was okay. That was made by Tabata, the guy that made Final Fantasy 15. So it plays like Kingdom Hearts. You've got like attack and you press X on that attack and you'll attack them. So it's kind of actiony.
You know what? There's another one.
That's
So
it.
Kingdom Hearts, I could take or leave a sequel to that game.
Yeah.
I reckon that if they had just gone, here's our one-off, not that Square Enix would ever do that, or Squaresoft at the time, would ever do that because they're money-hungry assholes.
Oh, but aren't all those big companies like?
Well, yes, they're
Yeah.
just the Japanese version.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that game stands on its own. It's fantastic on its own. It's the story starts and ends well enough, and even then, you could also say the second one's opening story is kind of like adds to the fact that it didn't really need a second game.
Nah.
Like, because it starts off and you're like, what the fuck is going on? Because
The second one you play as Roxas.
play as
dude.
Roxas
and
at the
that's
beginning.
what turned me off that game.
It's
That's
fucking-
what made me turn it off. I went, I'm not going to play this game.
It's not a short period of time you play as Roxas. I believe
No.
it's at least an hour.
And I couldn't even get through that hour because I was like, this just doesn't feel right.
Yeah.
And it was because we didn't play the other game, the Chains of Memory. That's why we didn't know why Roxas was there.
But why would you?
I don't know.
Why would you? If
Why-
you were like that's the problem.
And it's that, and you count it as a spin-off game, but it's not. It's all relevant.
Not according to
everything.
them.
Yeah.
But when the game comes out on one system and you release a sequel to that game on another system that isn't necessarily
It's
like
not named Kingdom Hearts 2. It's named
Yeah.
Kingdom Hearts Change of Memories.
yeah,
Like,
no, you don't. That's a real. That I think that might be the only game that's ever done that.
yeah.
The only game that's ever gone. Oh, if you wanted the actual extra information, let's just go over here and buy this fucking Nintendo DS. Oh no, it was
It was
advanced.
PSP as well.
It was advanced. I think the
Was it
original
advanced? Oh yeah, it was
Change of
advanced.
Memories was Game Boy Advance.
And then they had PSP version. They had spin-offs on PSP. They had spin-offs on DS. And then they got Dream Drop Distant that came out.
all the while
Yeah.
wasting time not releasing
They-
Kingdom Hearts 3.
I feel like they're churning these out because Nomura's just sitting there going, we could do this with the Kingdom Hearts franchise, and everyone's like,
I
all
think
right,
they need to
just make
stop
another game.
Fucking smoking crack is what they need to do, and just release the games the way that most normal companies do them.
Hmm. I think it's they kind of want to feel like they're more creative. I don't know what it is.
Well,
Like they sit there and they're like, we got these
there's-
crazy ideas. We're gonna do this.
There's such a thing as
We're gonna bring out a movie with it. And
too
we're-
much, too much, mate. You've overcomplicated. Keep it simple, stupid. Remember in music,
Yep.
keep it simple.
But it's like the Final Fantasy 15. Oh my goodness, the amount of stuff they released with that. They released drinks, a movie, a full-on event
They have problems.
that had like just an announcement for the release date. Then they delayed that release date. It was an event in LA somewhere.
Square Enix has got their shit all fucked up.
It was insane, dude. I was just sitting there going, "What the hell?"
So I think this is a trouble with this, and that if you could call Kingdom Hearts the PS2 era, right? For them to skip a generation and then release on PS4 is concerning, especially when that company hasn't gone uphill.
yeah,
And then what Robobiz is saying before, I get scared. I
And-
get worried that Kingdom Hearts 3.
I don't think it's going to be as good as everyone thinks it's going to be.
No, it's not.
I
gonna-
honestly think it's going to be mediocre at best.
if it's mediocre, that'll destroy people.
Yep.
And I'm included in that.
They
because-
waited 10 years for this game, and it's garbage.
Yeah, and mate, that's like if they did that with Halo. Imagine if they did that with Halo. So many people love that game, and they just went, "Oh,
Whatever.
here's a half-assed release." It's like, what? You have
Why?
the nerve? And it's funny we think we're entitled to that, right? It's not our game. It's like a work of art.
It is.
Uh,
But I think they. Well, I didn't finish Kingdom Hearts 2, so what's the ending like on that? Do you remember? Do you remember if it ends on a note where it could sum up the whole story and it could be all
I can't
over?
remember. Honestly, I only finished
Yeah.
it once, and it was when I was like 14 years old.
Like, I know Kingdom Hearts 1, the ending of that, you could go, yeah, this could be one-off game.
it could standalone.
Yeah.
That's absolutely right.
But anyway.
Anyway,
Yeah.
what was the last little bit of information you got there before we wrap it up?
Would
Oh,
you be
well-
happy if your favorite game, like, say, Last of Us, was just a one-off game?
well, that's
just be
yeah,
gone?
that's what we're saying.
Yeah.
I love, so this comes from like my love of Christopher Nolan's movies. Pretty much all his movies stand on their own.
Yep.
Like Memento, The Prestige, Inception, all movies that you would, if there was a sequel, you would love. You would be like, oh my god, yes, right? But
Wrap it. Come on. It's like Chinwag.
no,
Finish.
that's right. Wrap it up.
Chinwag.
But like, as much as I would like them, because I think I want more of what I just watched, it's cool that they're on their own.
Yeah.
It's so cool that they're just. Memento is just this amazing movie, and you watch it and you're like, that's it.
And
all I've got.
that's how I felt about The Last of Us. I thought, you know what? This is a fantastic game. I don't care if there's no sequel.
Yeah.
Like, when you finish that game, you don't care at all.
I think you can obviously see that sometimes, like, you know, Naughty Dog is beholden to Sony, and Naughty Dog had been pumping out Uncharted. At the time of this, they released Uncharted 3, right? They're like, they're not going to kick a dead horse. They're not going to do a Call of Duty and release Uncharted for the rest of their life. Like Nordic Games going on to Detroit, right? They're going on to a new style of game. Sorry, not style of game, a new game, like a new story. They go, well, let's end this one, or half end it, and we'll see what we get to. We'll see what we come up with. Maybe we'll get some new writers and directors in for Uncharted. But for now, we're working on Last of Us, and this is our new sort of flagship.
Yeah.
I have no problem with that because they're also a very like small, they're much like a smaller developer than say DICE, for example, that just churns everything out for EA at their behest. Like
They're kind of the Blizzard approach, where Blizzard has their games they work on, they don't do anything else.
yeah,
And mainly their games are really good. Like anything
Exactly.
that Blizzard comes out with are usually good. Like I've heard Heroes of the Storm is one of the most underrated games.
people love that.
Yeah,
game.
people actually really enjoy it. Where if they've just got to actually put some time into it.
and that's what I mean. So like Overwatch is probably never going to have a sequel.
No,
Like, why would it have a sequel?
it doesn't need one.
But it
And that's a good thing because they're not pulling the Destiny approach. They're not pulling the Call of Duty approach. They're making a game that works well. If it wants to get better graphics,
It's a
they
living-
just
it's a
do an
living
update.
game.
Yeah, it stays there forever. And that's what Destiny was apparently going to be. It was going to be a DLC-based game and go forever. Then they went, oh, maybe we should do Destiny 2.
Activision, mate,
Exactly.
and Bungie's stupidity.
Well,
Either way.
yeah, the Blizzard Activision, I think that's the like they're both run under the same umbrella.
So I
Right.
think, Last of Us.
Electric Boogaloo.
That's right. Lucio's comeback or something. Subtitle: Lucio environmental kills.
Oh, my.
So I don't know. Last of Us, I think I'm going to lean towards they should, given Naughty Dog's tendencies, they should always do sequels
Mhm.
for that game. And because I think just because these companies obviously aren't going to release one game and shut down.
No.
You wouldn't say this about Dark Souls. If Dark Souls stood on its own, you'd be like, yeah, that's cool. But From Software is a software company. It's a development company who needs to release games because this is what they do.
Yeah.
So what? They could do each new different game, but that is a shit ton of work.
Yeah, well,
Can you
you've gotta-
imagine always writing a new universe of a game?
Yeah, but do we need as many games coming out as there are at the moment as well?
Well, that's a
another-
weird question.
But exactly, like, so you're saying, oh, it's easier for them to just whack on a sequel. Do you
Well-
reckon, like, why
well,
do
now
we?
you're talking about free market economics.
Yeah,
and,
why do
and-
we need a new game coming out every 3 years?
Because that's what the market is. There's a demand, and so there's a drive.
Would it be stronger if it came out every 6 and they made a brand new title?
Well, I can't answer that question.
Just stop speaking.
I
Just,
can't
I'm
answer that
just
question.
asking your opinion. That's all.
I think you're wrong.
Yeah.
I think there's a demand, so economics drives this system.
Yeah.
So there's enough people who want that. Like, you're going to tell me that you didn't like all these Dark Souls games you're playing?
I love them.
That's right.
But-
So there's a demand.
There's a demand, but it's also like I'm kind of like, well, I like experiencing new things as well.
There you go. You experience a new
Yeah.
thing. Each one of those games is new, but there's nothing stopping you from playing them.
Mm.
They've created something good that's drawn your attention.
True.
So why? Like, I know that you're saying there's other games out there.
Yeah.
But that's the game that you like.
But
Believe it
there's
or
new
not,
ideas
Believe
too.
it or not, people are pretty stubborn on the things that they enjoy.
And that's what I mean. People got to step outside their comfort zone
No,
and
they
try
don't.
something new.
Not necessarily. They should, but people don't. People don't do that.
No, they don't.
We only do it
That's-
because we stream.
That's human nature. Like we,
I
we
wouldn't
like
have played any fucking
You wouldn't have-
goddamn Metroid.
you would never play Zelda if it wasn't for
No,
that.
I wouldn't have. Absolutely not. I wouldn't have played that trash. I would have sat there and played fucking Battlefield and Call of Duty. No, not Call of Duty, but like all those other games.
Yeah.
So like, this is what I mean. People don't necessarily do that, and there's a market for all. Call of Duty is a perfect example. Those games sell.
I
Not saying they're good.
I look at it more of the approach of the director and stuff like that. Like that sells me, like a movie, like you said with Christopher Nolan. That sells you. Is kind of
exactly.
his
So,
movie sells
but-
you. But what if he makes a new game? Would that sell it to you? Like Bloodborne, like for example.
Yes.
That was a whole new thing. That Miyazaki made it. And
Yeah,
goes,
but he
hell
still
yeah."
made three. He still made 3 Dark Souls games. Still 2 sequels and a original.
Yeah.
So you would have just Dark Souls.
Well, you had
just
Demon Souls,
Bloodborne.
Dark Souls, and then you'd have Bloodborne.
See, the problem with this is that yes, that you call them different games. But Bloodborne is a very similar game. It's the same style of game.
Yeah, that's it. It is the same style, and it
Yeah.
apparently it does
They're
mix
not-
in with the universe somehow.
It's
But
like
yeah.
that's not like Uncharted to The Last of Us, for example.
Oh hell no, hell no.
Very, very.
But
different
that's a
games.
whole different director as well. On top of
That's
that
what
as
I'm
well. Yeah.
So you can't have you can't have your cake and eat it
No,
too.
no, I know
man.
exactly. I'm just
you
putting
like
out ideas.
You
I'm
like
just-
these sequels, but you're
just-
also saying sometimes like.
Sometimes I like something new, and I feel like a sequel should only be 1 or 2,
But
2 or 3
that's-
games. That's
but
it.
that's the free
Yeah.
market.
The free
That's the free market. You get to do that if you want something new. get off your ass and go and play something new. But you're not doing that.
No.
You're playing Dark Souls.
I'm playing Dark Souls at the moment,
So
so I
that
want to
tells you
experience this.
that tells you that they've done something right.
They
and,
did.
and you think you want something that you actually don't want.
Yeah. I know. I'm just putting out ideas. I'm just saying. I'm just trying to trigger
I'm telling you, you fucking, you say this shit, doesn't make any goddamn sense.
Yeah, that's all I was thinking. That's all I think about. So, I don't know. I don't know where I stand. I like new IPs, but then I also like sequels. Like I'm a sucker for the Final Fantasies because of my nostalgia.
That's legitimately everyone's opinion.
Yeah.
Everyone thinks that.
Yeah.
Everyone thinks I like new IPs, but I also like sequels. That's what everyone.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like because they know that, these companies know that.
That's why they just churn out shitty games after each other.
Yeah, but they
Like
get to.
Yeah.
Because they go, one of these shitty games is bound to get enough sales. Battlefront 2
going.
would have sold reasonably well. Reasonably well.
Yeah,
I
it
didn't
would've.
say really well.
No.
Like, it's shit. So Dark Souls and Bloodborne are different times.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Like different times in the era, like
Oh, yeah, I know.
through the ages.
I know.
Hmm.
But they're still the same, essentially the same same style of game.
Yeah, they're the same style of game.
Yeah.
Just like Neo is the same style of game as Dark Souls.
That's
You
right.
could put the same thing down.
Yeah.
They're just making their own game genre or something
Exactly.
like that. Yeah. Anyways, we should finish up. We should talk about what we're going to be doing this week.
What are
you gonna be playing?
Kingdom Hearts on Friday night and Overwatch Tuesday night.
Yep.
And uni study for the rest of the week, mate.
Oh, mate. Back on the uni grind, dude. Oh,
Yeah, it's not great.
it's garbage.
I'm studying Modern Warfare this semester.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
It's actually
That's
really
awesome.
cool. It's a really good subject.
Yeah.
What I've learned about it. Looking into Karl Clausewitz. If you want to know who that guy is, look
Yeah.
him up. Everybody in the chat. It's very, very highbrow for the end of the
Oh,
show.
It's very highbrow. I
He
don't
wrote
even-
a book called like On War.
Okay. And you have to read that book, do you?
No, but I want to.
Okay. You actually want to. See, this is cool.
No,
When you
written in,
study
like,
something you
written
want to
in
know.
the 18th century.
Wow.
Yeah, really cool.
I'd love to know his take on war.
I'll tell you.
Yeah, you
I'll
tell
get
me
back
all
to you
about it.
guys.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
get back to you all next week.
Remember, this is like Souls like, yeah.
Yeah,
this
Modern
Souls
Warfare,
like.
Modern Warfare 102 next week.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Anyway, I'm going to be playing more Demon Souls, I think. I don't know. We'll see how I feel.
Yeah,
that's how I am.
You're kind of over it. It's not the greatest.
It's good.
And you're
but
on to
it's not
Bloodborne after that?
Bloodborne. I've been hyped for Bloodborne ever since I started Dark Souls 2. And
There's
that
a
was
lot of Bloodborne streamers out there at the moment, so it'd be hard watching all of them and going like, oh, I'm playing shitty Demon Souls.
Yeah.
And you're like, I want to play that.
I want to play this game. And like I've seen so many people play it and like people speed run it and I'm just like, geez, this game's going to be great. But I'm
Jeez.
trying not to look at all the strats for bosses because all I want to do is I want to go in blind. I love going into games blind and getting punished for ages and then people in chat give me little riddles and I'm like, what does that mean, man? How do I beat this guy?
I
You know?
hate that.
I love it. I love it.
No. I hate riddles.
You hate riddles.
If you're in my chat and you want to give me strats, just say the words.
Give me riddles. I enjoy
Don't-
them.
No.
Because I don't like backseating. Backseating, like,
No,
yeah,
no,
go
no,
do
no.
this.
If I say I want help,
Yeah.
right? Don't give me a fucking riddle. Right?
Okay.
I
fair
just
enough.
go straight to, hey, go look over here and just give me the next mini step, right?
Yeah.
Don't go, ooh, figure out my convoluted riddle.
But I like it when I was in like Write Your Poems. I liked it when Rebs was in. She's like, I'm like, how the hell do you beat this boss?
Yeah.
And I was wailing on him for ages and nothing was happening.
Yeah.
And then she said, everything is inside the room. Everything you need to beat the boss is inside the room. So I went, okay, maybe these pillars here. Knock over the pillars. And I'm like, okay. And he's knocked over all the pillars. I'm like, oh, that didn't work. And then I'm like looking around and then I find an item on the ground. And then she's like, read the item description. And it had a weakness. Oh, the thing was strong against golems, like big, massive, whatever beings they are. Big giants, that's what they are. And you use the special move to use it. And I'm sitting there going, how do I use the special move properly? And then I had to learn how to use the special move. That's what I like doing because you're kind of figuring it out yourself, but they're helping you in the right direction.
Just give me the next little step.
Just
You can just tell me directly what the step is. You can just say,
Yeah.
oh, go look over there.
yeah.
So
So
you can tell me that.
you can know what to do when you jump in Jordan's stream, and you know what to do on my stream.
I don't want you pretending like I can translate your gibberish. All right? It's not
Yeah.
going to happen. I'm not going to understand you, and you're different to me. So just go, hey, dickhead, this is how you, just try doing this part, and then see if you can figure it out from there.
But he doesn't like girls telling him that Zelda's made by children.
No
You get
one
banned
likes
for that, and then for being
No
played
one
bad.
likes that.
No one likes that at
Get
all.
the fuck out of my channel, bitch. Bitch, what'd you say to me?
You're saying I can't play a
I'm saying I
child's
got the
game?
mind of a child? Motherfucker. We'll have an IQ test off and let's see what happens then.
Jordan will win. He's king of that stuff.
Stupid mole. There's a sword 3 o'clock
Yeah.
from here. Pick that up and smack.
Smack it.
That's
Yeah,
right.
that's it.
Yeah, but like that's what I'm saying. Like just go like, oh, go grab that. All right. No,
Hold
that's-
down. Yeah.
And then don't tell me anymore. That's all right. But I don't really
Cool.
play games like that anyway.
Nah.
Oh, actually, no. Kingdom Hearts has a little bit of that in it. So.
Yeah, I like it when people point out new things I didn't know that were there.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, where someone's
No,
like,
it's
"Oh,
like,
you should
oh.
go over there."
I can't believe- get that chest. That chest has got some auriculum in it. And like, ooh,
Yeah.
need that shit.
Dead ass. But yeah, anyway, that's what we're gonna be doing this week. I can't wait to get to Bloodborne, and I think we're gonna be doing another stream of PUBG again with Red Biz,
Hell yeah.
and we're gonna try and tee up this interview with Chainmail Liam. for
Chain
next
out.
week.
Talk to him.
Yes,
Talk to him
I'll-
on Friday. It's like, hey, bro.
I'll be
tomorrow.
talking to him throughout the week. I actually got a message from him just before asking
Oh, he
about
said,
it.
hey,
so
man.
He said, "When
I
do you
love
want
that.
me
I
on?"
love that picture of your chest with all that
Yeah.
water dripping down.
That selfie I sent him.
Yeah.
Fresh
Ooh,
out of the
That's
shower.
right. Just out of the shower.
Like my beard's all, you know how your beard goes all
Oh.
like wispy
Yeah,
looking with
yeah.
all the water, and then the droplets are coming
Yeah,
off.
you're like, and then you're like this. You're like,
yeah. Liam. Yeah.
Liam.
Liam. All right, we better go. But
Yeah.
thanks-
I'm getting hungry.
you getting hungry?
I'm hungry.
We've got to figure out what's wrong with Jordan's mixer too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, we've got to fix this friggin' thing.
Yeah, yeah. All right, guys.
Yep.
All right, so thank you to Rovviticus,
Yeah,
you
for the
bloody
$5.
legend, for the $5 donation.
What an absolute.
What a boss
champion.
guy. I'll get into his stream and thank him again.
Yep.
Thank you very much, Zach, for being here the whole time. As usual, Clayton, you also, what a bloody legend.
Red Biz, thank you for being here.
Biz, thanks for being here. Emily for being there. I'm sure she's quite busy, but thank you very much for dropping by as usual.
Yeah.
Um,
Thanks for supporting us as well. Like this
Yeah.
really helps out, and you will be seeing some new stuff come into the stream with your money that you've donated and that you have given us through subscriptions. We
Yeah.
are going to be
Just gotta-
making this thing here look a bit better for
Yeah.
everyone. But just like, even though it probably doesn't need to, but we want to. We want to give you quality content for what you, and we want your money to go into this content if you
So,
enjoy it. So
including some more possible chat interactivity through some stream settings and stuff. So we'll work
we'll
on
see
that.
we'll see what we can do.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Blue hype.
Blue eye.
What the fuck? Oh my god.
I don't know what you're on about, Rebs. But anyway, let's get out of here.
All right.
Guys, thank you again.
Thank you again. We'll see you in a week. We'll see you during this week, and then we'll see you on the podcast in a week's time.
Yeah, and hopefully we have Chainmail Liam next week.
Hell yeah.
If not, we'll pull something out of our ass like we do every week.
Oh yeah. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Sounds sexual.
Yeah, sexual.
All right, guys.
See ya.
Boy.